Hey, what's up, everybody? We are back for another Beer Flow. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Cheers, Eric Gilbert, head coach. See you in the house already. Cheers, Mr. Eric Renner out of Michigan. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing fine. How you doing, sir?
Good. I got some feedback here. Let me fix that. Technology. I'm just not always there all the time. Just still getting some of this stuff down. So hopefully everybody's feeling good here, as they say at the office on Friday Eve, I guess. So just
Friday Eve.
Yeah. So what are you drinking here tonight?
I am drinking a Lagunitas beer. This comes from the 2008 One Hitter Series. This is their Willavized Coffee Stout. Comes in at 12.9% alcohol by volume.
Nice. I got one of those in the cellar. I have not tried that one yet.
I'm hoping it's just as good as last year's, because last year's was top notch. Good.
Yeah, I didn't get the Willavized last year because I couldn't find it out anywhere locally, but I ended up scooping up a bottle this year. Big old 22-ounce double deuce. And but tonight, for the first time, I'm going to be drinking the Sierra Nevada Brut IPA.
Nice. I seen that. I was going to pick that up, but I decided to get this out of the cellar.
Yeah, I decided to grab a 6-pack of these. And this one, extra dry IPA. The ABV on here is 6.2, so a modest ABV for me. I mean, pretty modest. Actually, pack is 12/7/18, so just about that's a month and 3 weeks or so going in. So that'll be interesting. So I'm gonna get ready to pour this.
You can smell the rye and you can smell the alcohol in this. Whoa!
Knock you in your ass.
And then some.
And then I see here. Sort of AC in there. He said that's delicious. I think he was talking about the Willavized stout that he had.
Yeah, if it's anything like last year's, I think I'm in for a real treat.
And welcome Donner Pass Whiskey. He says he's at work, so no drinky. And we also have, that's all right now. AC, Eric Gilbert, and Donner Pass. Anybody else out there, make sure you put a comment in there so we can acknowledge you. And if you're drinking on something, let us know what you're drinking on. But the first look at this one, I mean, it has the Brut look on it. Kind of has a nice effervescence with the bubbles that you're thinking it's going to taste like. It's got the nice white head, very almost like kind of a champagne-looking type beer. And that is what you get usually with the Brut style.
I'm surprised that it looks as clear as it does. I would have thought it been just a little bit more murky.
Yeah, well, that's what you want to have when you're having like that Brut style, though. You want that like it was a glass of champagne, because I mean the Brut is based off the champagne.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's got a nice resiny feel to it. Nice mustiness. Definitely a good amount of dankness.
Uh-oh, here we go. First time.
Fresh flavor feel. Definitely got a nice extra dry feel to it. Good amount of flavor in the mouth. You're really picking up the hop quality, so you are getting, again, some of that dankness, resinous quality. Definitely plays like an IPA. And for all you guys that like the old school type IPAs, where it's kind of got that piney type feel, this one definitely does it. So nice job by Sierra Nevada.
Nice, nice. As you guys can tell, we're down 2 folks. Todd and Joe are not with us today.
Yeah, so we're just going duo, not solo, but duo right now. So Todd is actually out with his wife and little girl for their birthday party for her. So maybe
Todd might jump in a little later, he said.
Yeah, and Joe has some other stuff he needed to take care of. So it is what it is.
You want me to do a proper kind of little impromptu review on this one?
Yeah, definitely. Work it, son.
Big rye components, big alcohol too. At 12.9, you're probably not going to suppress down that alcohol any. Getting some of the malts, obviously. I'm not really getting much coffee. It's just more alcohol and more of the rye from the rye barrels that they've got in here. But I'm going to take a first sip. Cheers, guys.
Cheers, brother.
Chocolate, coffee, the rye you're tasting too, which I like. I like rye stout, so that's I like rye stouts more than I like bourbon stouts. That's just obviously personal preference, but yeah, I mean, just as good as the 17 version. I wish I had 17 to compare to 18, but I got another one of these down in the cellar.
Mm-hmm.
What else am I picking up here? Not a whole lot of carbonation, which you really shouldn't have with a 12.9% beer. Usually it'll age pretty good itself. I'm digging this one. I like it quite a bit. I think they've done a hell of a job with this one, like they have probably in years past.
So you would definitely, you're going to have to drink it again because you get another bottle of it.
Yeah, I'm going to age that one.
Oh, are you? Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to age that one a little bit. I was thinking about doing a fresh one on this one and then an aged one later, but I figured I'd get this one out and see how it tastes right now, and I'm digging it.
Well, that's pretty cool. That's something definitely to take a look at doing for sure.
Exactly, head coach. He's jealous because he knows how good it is. I don't know if you have an 18 or not, but if you can get it, I would highly suggest getting it. I like I said, I like rye barrel aged stouts more than I do the bourbon barrel aged, only because it gives a different component, and you don't see. I mean, you see rye stouts out there, you just don't see them at this. Being let's try this one more time. Having a beer this good, so I'm digging it quite a bit.
Nice. Have you had a white?
Let Rod take over.
No, you're good. We're among friends, and so we're solid. Head coach says, "Well sold, Eric," and Eric Gilbert says you're really loving those brutes, and that Essen up, and I'm jealous how good that is. Head coach has said so. I guess do I even to read the comments if they're on the screen now? I guess everybody can kind of see them now too. It's kind of I don't know if it's redundant or not. It's kind of like those meetings at work. I'm one of those guys that like if something's on the board, you don't have to read it to me. Mm-hmm. But like some of those meetings you go to at work when you get the PowerPoint and you read line for line, it's like seriously. You could have just gave me a handout. We could have just moved on and got out of this.
Yes, I get those too. I'm like, come on, man, just give us a handout and we can just read along.
If you're just going to read what's on the screen, why are we both here?
You can tell that's from an inexperience too. So.
Right. It's like, dude, you're supposed to add stuff that's not on the screen.
Exactly.
So anybody other than presents at work, make sure you give them something extra. I mean, that's why people get on their phones and they start looking away or they start yawning or falling asleep. I mean, you're not giving them anything.
Exactly. Guys, why don't you go ahead and give us a thumbs up, and on the right-hand side, if you're in the chat, if you hit the three little dots, the vertical three dots, it'll send them to you guys or to your YouTube page, so you guys can check out their content as well.
Yeah, definitely. And if you're new here and you like what you see, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and stuff. So that way you're up to speed. And we try to do these every Thursday. And I've realized I've been a little bit slow from work on getting the video uploads up there. So I think I did the other one the other day, but I just looked back and I was like, well, I missed a few days. So I got to really get those all set up. Of course, you give us a thumbs down, Eric Gilbert.
Exactly.
Wouldn't expect any less from you, sir. But yeah, so I got to get the reviews listed up there, which I think this weekend, I'm going to try to take some time to sit down and schedule them all out. But it's just, as Eric can attest to, finding time to actually get the stuff uploaded does take some time to do for sure.
Yes. Yeah. Especially when you're working especially as much as I am, it's really hard to get content up. And I'll be out. I probably won't have any on my channel if any of you guys are subscribed to me, because I'm headed to Tijuana, Mexico for work. So I'll try to do some out there, but I don't know if I'm going to get any content. So, but I'll try.
Maybe try to find some craft beer there in Tijuana as well.
Exactly.
Yeah. Welcome, 89 Mattel in the house as well. Much appreciated for swinging by. Hello, brother. And head coach is wrong, Mr. Gilbert. 2 thumbs up. So thanks, head coach. Thanks, head coach, for having my back there. And I take 89 Mattel is in the chat, and we hooked up on one of the other streams, but he's got some pretty cool stuff. He actually does a lot of things from back in Mattel days. So for us that used to play with the Mattel cars, he has some really great collection of cars out there and stuff. And really looking at some of the stuff he has kind of brought back some nice memories and everything. So Although, depending where you were at the time back in the day, if you acted up and mom couldn't find a belt, you did not want her getting a Mattel racetrack. You did not want that to happen.
The Mattel racetrack, exactly.
I'm pretty sure that's abuse nowadays, but back in the day, if it was there in the mom's reach, you were going to feel it. So.
I hear you, brother. I hear you.
But yeah, so we're here. We're drinking some beers. Like I said, whatever you guys are drinking, throw them in there too, so we can kind of talk about some of those too, and see what you guys are sipping on. I do need to drink some whiskey at some point. I actually picked up the Jim Beam Repeal Patch. I can't even talk. Jim Beam Repeal Batch. And they actually brought that back out from the whiskey they did back in the Prohibition days. So I heard it was actually pretty nice as far as being like one of the Jim Beam type whiskeys. I know Jim Beam, it seems like with some of the whiskey guys, doesn't really hold a lot because they're doing a lot more of the more sophisticated whiskeys. But I think Jim Beam works all right. So, I'm not a whiskey snob or anything like that.
Yeah, well, I think you're probably going to see more on the spirit side with you have Jim Beam, you have Jack Daniels, Evan Williams, and probably some of the even Crown Royal. I mean, they got the apple, they have the maple,
right?
They have. I think there's one other one that they have. Like it's escaping me which other one they have. Oh, the vanilla. They have vanilla, and I think you're going to see whiskey and probably gin and vodka and kind of branch out a little bit to try to consume some of that craft beer problem that how do I want to say this, like a craft beer kind of. I guess they're, I can't even put the right words to it. Probably I don't know what the right word is. Well, they're going to get some of that. They want some of that kind of the cash and the uniqueness, I guess is how I would put it, in lack of a better word. But I think you're going to see that in the spirit world, and probably some even in the wine world too. Probably do that as well. But it's not if, it's when.
Yeah. Well, have you gotten the wine there now, where they actually put wine in cans, so you can actually get like 4-packs or 6-packs of wine now?
Yeah,
so that was kind of interesting. But hey, Farmel, welcome. He says, hey everyone, and Donner says Jim Beam Distiller's Cut is fantastic, especially for the 20. Try it if you see it. Definitely would do that. I haven't seen that one yet. I know it's funny because I did a thing before with Malton in Montreal, and you try to do devil. I like Devil's Cut. It's a little rough, but I mean, it's Devil's Cut. Would the devil not be rough? Anything you put the devil on? So,
well, is that like a higher proof too?
No, it's not really higher, but it comes from supposedly the bottom of the barrel and how they actually do it, where it's got more of the oakiness and the woodiness to it and stuff. So I liked it. I enjoy it. Some guys don't, but it's like, it's a matter of what your palate is and what you're accustomed to. So I ended up going through that a while back, but I also got some Woodford Reserve here too, which I actually like as well. And thinking about just doing a little bit more of the whiskey stuff. I have such good access to the whiskeys being here in Kentucky that, I have one of the bourbon distilleries is like 10 minutes from my house. And then we have the Bourbon Trail and all that stuff around here. So I like to try some other stuff at some point. But this one I had the other night, and I haven't even uploaded the review on it yet. But this is from Jack's Abbey Craft Lager. I think you saw the picture of it, Eric, on the Facebook pages. This baby's pretty good. And this is one that was aged in brandy barrels, because I know you like the brandy.
Oh, you're killing me, Smalls! You're killing me!
So the brandy with orange peel, and I swear it's like a brandy chocolate covered orange when you actually drink through this thing. So if you happen to see the Jack's Abbey Cordon Rouge and you're a brandy fan, and if you like, orange or kind of a little bit of that fruit type thing, definitely well worth the pickup. And of course, you're getting a little bit of that dark with it, so you're getting like black licorice in it. But I mean, it was really like drinking a chocolate covered orange, and the alcohol held well on it. So it was pretty smooth ride. So that one was 11.5%.
Nice. Was it? I'm guessing it was probably full bodied too at that alcohol.
Yeah. I mean, you took your time with it, but it was definitely worth a try. And they're out Massachusetts, so just northeast of where Joe is even at. So
now I'm not sure if you kind of keeping on that spirits kind of thing. Are you kind of seeing like distilleries and they're maybe like a a tasting house or something like that, where it's a real like you can get food. They may have like a bar with kind of like burgers and little finger foods and all that, but they're kind of their main thing is like vodkas and gins and their own recipe of bourbon. I mean, we have a lot of that up here. It's starting to really crop up here. I don't know if it's down in the Cincinnati area or the Kentucky area.
Yeah, we get them here. One of the places close to me, New Rift Distillery, they actually have like little. I think you can get like little tasting flights as well there. When you go in to order and stuff. So you're having more of those tasting type rooms and stuff taking place. I mean, doing like the craft breweries did. You get a tasting flight. I don't know what their size are. It might be like a half ounce of 3 or 4 different whiskeys you would pay for, but it's kind of a neat way for people to actually taste and be able to sample and stuff.
Yeah, I think there's like a half ounce or an ounce or something like that of flights, and you'll have maybe 3 or 4 of them and get to try them. So without having to pay the big price of a bottle if you don't like it.
Yeah, definitely. So. And Eric Gilbert says he is actually having an I won't mess this name up. Insel Creed Brute Beer and Glendalough Sherry Finish Irish Single Whiskey. So he's got a little mix and mix going there. And then head coach was asking who's going to the Super Bowl. He says the Rams. And I have not watched football for 2 years now. So I know, Eric, you've been watching everything. I don't know if you're hoping for the Rams or the Patriots or.
I got to go with the Patriots until they can show me they can lose, more or less.
Unless Tom Brady's not playing the Giants, so he has a pretty good success rate when he's not playing the Giants. So.
Yeah, there you go.
But exactly. I think some people are looking at maybe the passing of the torch, I guess, from the Patriots to the Rams. And then Eric Gilbert, as we said, Irish single grain whiskey. And then we also had Holster Fisher. Welcome, brother. And he says, hey, as well for stopping in. So Holster's got a pretty neat little fishing channel. If you guys like fishing, definitely check out his channel as well. Hit those 3 dots to the right of his name. You can see some of the stuff he does. And Pharma also has some pretty good stuff on his channel that you can check out too by hitting those dots. So
now, does he do any ice fishing, or is he too far south where he can't get any ice?
It's a good question, Holster. Do you ice fish as well, or what kind of fishing are you doing?
Because if this cold snap that's coming, there's going to be a lot of ice, and this bad boy's going to be out there.
At some point, I wouldn't mind going fishing again. I haven't fished in like years, so. But the last time I went, I don't even know if you can call it fishing because it's deep sea fishing. So you're pretty much on a boat. You sit the rod, you drink beers until you get a bite. So I know fly fishing, you got to do some work.
Yeah, well, and the guides know where the fish are at if we went with a guide. So.
Well, last time we went, we didn't get anything, so I guess he was drinking too. I was like, you suck.
Come on, man.
What's up, Todd? I think Todd's still getting set up. So Todd has to get in, hook up one thing, to switch it back and hook up another. Are you hooked up yet, or are you still getting everything together?
I was trying to see how my computer would do, but it lags for me. So
yeah, gonna turn the rabbit ears or anything?
I'm gonna switch it over. Yeah, I gotta fine tune it, turn the rabbit ears on.
Put the foil on the antenna, brother. Put the foil on the antenna. Kids today don't know the struggle.
Make sure one hand's up, the other hand's up.
Yeah.
And the father going, hey, kid, turn the channel.
I used to be the remote control for my family.
Yeah,
me too, Todd, me too.
You'd be the person sitting there holding
the channel.
Be the person standing there and say, "No, stay right there." It's like I like to sit down and watch the show, but I got to stay over here now.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and HC said, "What's up, Todd?" as well. So
how's it going?
Gilbert
Sorry,
says,
I'm late.
"You're not late. You're out celebrating your birthday with your girl, your little girl, not your main girl, your little girl, and your main girl.
Little girl now.
Yeah. Where is the heckler? Is she there too?"
What a heckler.
No, he was going over to her brother's to drop her dog off because we're going to Tennessee tomorrow morning. So.
Yeah.
Oh.
To visit. Shannon's aunt lives down there, so that's where my daughter wanted to go visit for her birthday. That's where she wanted to go. So she gets out of school tomorrow, and we're going to take her down there.
Is she like in the mountains or anything, or?
Yeah, they're like, not right in the mountains, but they're like 20 miles north of.
You sound like the penis teacher again.
Yep.
I have no idea what you said there.
You might want to switch over
me.
to your phone there.
Yeah. Yeah. Wah, 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 wah.
Now they live in already too.
What?
We're not laughing at you, Todd. We're laughing with you.
Oh no, we're laughing at him.
But I'm not laughing.
Oh, let's see here. Gilbert says Rams are going to win. I would put the money down. NFL is back in LA, baby. Too good of a storyline for the NFL. And Elbow 88. Hello and cheers, folks. I'm enjoying a resin from 6 Point. That's a good beer from 6 Point. That's a nice one there for sure. Eric Gilbert said Todd back on dial-up tonight. So
Not funny. Not funny.
Todd switches over. Yeah, here's a question. So since I didn't I haven't watched any of the football as much, but obviously saw the controversial play.
Oh,
what was your thought on that, Eric, or some of you guys in the comments? I mean, obviously it was pass interference. It's funny because they did a reenactment in Madden to see if the computer would call it, and the computer called pass interference, and it's like,
the side judge was standing right there looking at the play, and you can't call pass interference at the very least.
Yeah. I mean, it looked pretty bad, and although some of the memes coming out have been pretty funny. I've seen the Bird Box meme out there with the refs. I've seen refs like the 3 blind mice with canes. I've seen all different things happening. And it's like, it was pretty obvious there. But when I saw when they did it on Madden and Madden called pass interference, I'm like, come on, guys. The computer's even calling the play. Flapjack nuggets.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
That's what I'm doing next time, Todd. I'm doing it. Hey, I like that strawberry nuggets. That was awesome.
I'm glad you like that one better than the other.
Well, it was the blackberry to me, Todd. There was something with it that didn't agree with me.
You talking about the blackberry? You talking about the blackberry jam slushy?
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
Yeah. What was with it was called goodness. That's what
pure goodness. It was a little more. It had a little more pulpish kind of mouthfeel to it than the strawberry one. I think
the strawberry one I thought was outstanding.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Yeah, it was definitely more pulpish for sure.
Yeah, or slushy-ish. I don't know what what the right terminology would have been for it, but it was definitely had a thicker type body to it or whatever.
When I drank it, I actually felt like in my mind I was standing in 7-Eleven drinking it.
Yeah, for sure.
And Eric Gilbert says Chiefs game. No, he says first he said they need to take away the refs and come up with a better solution. I hate the Saints, but they clearly were done wrong. And then head coach said Chiefs game also was the refs' outcome, not what actually happened. And then Craig's in the house. Hey, brothers. Welcome, Craig. Welcome.
Welcome, Craig. Welcome. Hey, Eric, or head coach, how do you think that the Chiefs were kind of done in by the refs? I thought it was a pretty clean game. I mean, the Patriots at the end, they had their tails at the end, and you could tell the defense was gassed. So, especially at the end of the game, I'm surprised Andy Reid didn't call a timeout there at the last 2 or 3 plays of the game to give his guys time to rest. Because I was like, man, they're gonna go down there, and they're gonna score if he doesn't call a timeout. And sure enough, that's what they did.
It's almost like if you're going against a Belichick team, though, it's like call a timeout and give him time to come up with something else, or you don't. And
yeah.
If someone makes a mistake, you're kind of screwed either way.
Yeah, you could have took two. How I was looking at it was like take 2 timeouts, get your defense rested. At least give them a breather, and then kind of go right back out there and say, "Look, guys, this is our kind of a last stand. You got to make a stop, or we're going to lose."
Right.
I think the NFL gets it wrong on the overtime, though. I wish they'd go to like something college. Maybe not start on the 25-yard line, but each team should get a chance.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's that way if they just kick a field goal, but it should be either way. They should get a chance either way, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they could. And then again, it's like if you can just stop the other team, then you get a chance too. I don't know. I see what you're saying now. It's kind of
because on that first drive, it's like the Patriots score a touchdown, game's over. I mean, the Chiefs didn't even get a chance to even try to combat that at all. I don't know. I like the way college is set up, where each team gets from the 25, and then after so many scores, then you have to go for 2. I kind of would like to see maybe the NFL do something like that and start on the 40 or something instead.
Yeah. Well, I think they made some changes, Todd, where if the one team kicks a field goal, the other team gets the ball and gets a chance to score. So it's
they did do that, but I mean,
field goal,
if you give up a touchdown, I don't know. It just seems kind of cheated in a sense, because it's all at that point it becomes who wins the coin toss.
Yeah. Well, the one thing, like with the CFL, you could actually throw a flag if you think it was pass interference and they missed it. So that's actually something now they're looking into. They're saying possible for the next year to go through the rules committee and stuff. So it doesn't help the Saints this year, but
Did you see head coach's
no, I saw you put him out there.
He goes, I never thought I would actually say this. I'm starting to trust boxing more than the NFL.
That's pretty terrible. Well, here's the thing, right? So a few years ago in the NBA, they had that one ref busted for gambling.
Yeah.
And people have thought for a long time, like some of the NFL refs or might be on the take a little bit. And it's kind of interesting because there was talk like how they wanted to have the Rams and the Chiefs in the Super Bowl and to have a play that open like that, not get called in front of the guy. It's kind of interesting. It's like they didn't call that. Like, and I heard there's a lawyer down in New Orleans trying to launch a lawsuit against the NFL.
I saw that.
Which I had no idea how you would even sue for something like that. But if there's a way to sue somebody, then we'll find out in the U.S. how we can do it. So
if there's a will, there's a way.
Yeah.
Well, to me, the Saints got hosed, man. They got hosed bad, about the worst I've seen.
Yeah. Well, the funny thing, there was another thing too. There was like an article out there where doctors were offering free exams before next season for all the NFL officials. So that was pretty funny too. But yeah, so Gilbert said, I've been asking questions of the NFL and their storyline lead playoffs lately. No horse in any games. Head coach, he had the offsides interceptions. He thought they got hosed there. And
I thought they did too. Yeah,
but he said also out coach too. Andy Reid after all. I think people knock Andy Reid, but Andy Reid did get the Eagles to the Super Bowl. So I mean, it's not like he hasn't gotten a team there before. Yeah. Sometimes it's just not your time, it's rough.
Andy Reid's a good enough coach, so I think he does get hosed at times. I mean, but there's sometimes he's kind of I'm going to do it my way and only my way.
Sometimes he's focused on the donuts a little bit more than just put that out there. But he sees someone getting some dogs in the third row over there across the field. Like, I wonder what they're getting. Coach, we need to play. They got mustard.
Time to make the donuts.
They got mustard on that thing. Yeah, but he's a good coach. So I mean. Like when Philly got rid of him, I think he was like 800 winning record, and it's like you don't fire anybody for like that. Yeah. I mean, he's pretty much a playoff every year at least. Players
for the Lions, they have a big old shrine on him on Ford Field.
you guys had on this Jim Schwartz. Like I don't even know why. I mean, the only thing worse than like hanging on to Jim Schwartz with the Lions was when they hung on to Jeff Fisher with the Rams for all those years. They look back now, they're probably like, how many years did Jeff Fisher cost us by us keeping him? Because we've had talent all these years, right? So obviously I'll be pulling for the Rams, even though I don't know if I'll watch it or not, because Tavon's there playing. So Mountaineer. And then head coach actually start taking away some bad pay for every bad call and watch how fast they become accurate.
That's actually a good idea.
And then Tim, welcome Tim. Tim says cheers all and appreciate having you in, Tim. Make sure you guys check out his channel. Tim is down in South Kakalaka, South Carolina area, and you can hit the 3 dots by his name too and check out his channel as well. He does some beer stuff and some different YouTube lives and talking with people. And Eric Gilbert, Andy Reid out coast in the Super Bowl. Bad. LOL. I mean, bad. Yeah, but I mean, actually, in that Super Bowl, they kind of started to try to come back a little bit, but you're going against a Patriots team. That's hard to make a comeback there.
Yeah.
I mean, the biggest thing in that Super Bowl was really how T.O. played that year. I mean, coming off the torn ACL and like lit it up still. And he said, head coach said, Chargers fire Marty at 500 after a 14. Wait a minute, Marty after a 14-2 season. Yeah, so. But Marty, Schottenheimer can never get over that peak, though. I mean, he would make a team good, but he just couldn't get them to win in the big games.
Yeah.
But, you know, it is what it is, and it'll be interesting. I think it's also the kind of funny that people are like upset because Chick-fil-A won't be open because it's at the Atlanta Stadium. It's like Chick-fil-A does not open on Sunday, people. You're not getting chicken sandwiches that day. They've been like trying to open, and they're like, no, we don't work on Sundays. We're not going to do it. So
I will admit that the owner's been pretty adamant about that. That's one thing you don't see much anymore.
Yeah, there's people brought up that before, like, you know, the Falcons had them as the food of the stadium, but they're like, wait a second, games are on Sunday. Chick-fil-A's not open on Sunday, so how is this going to really work out? You know,
no soup for you.
One of those decisions like somebody just kind of missed when they were putting everything together.
Hey, oops.
Yeah, but let me see here. Anybody else drinking anything out there or watching? Let's see anybody throwing anything in there. What you drinking? I don't care what you drinking. You could be Mad Dog 2020.
Oh no!
It could be Wild Irish Rose. It could be
Wild Irish Rose.
It could be Coors.
What are you guys drinking?
I'm drinking a Sierra Nevada Brut IPA. It's going down pretty easily.
How's that? Pretty good.
Pretty good. It's got a nice dryness to it. I mean, it's definitely a nice feel for they're going for the style, extra dry, and kind of got that little champagne type feel. Although I will say I've had a couple of the other brews now that are a little bit more yeastier, but this one I like it. Nice.
I still haven't had one yet. Still haven't had a brewed IPA yet.
Well, I think you're going to have a chance for a lot of them this year. I think they're going to be popping out like crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know. I'm kind of hoping this year people start looking at a sour IPA. I think a couple people are starting to mess around with this, so I think that'll be interesting.
What do you think of that one, Eric?
Oh, it's just as good as the 2017 to me. Just as good. Although I kind of wish they would have had it in 4-packs. If they did make it in 4-packs, I never got a chance to get it.
I was gonna say I don't think I've ever seen them in the bombers. I think the ones I got last year was 4-pack or 12 ounces.
Mm-hmm. I wish I would have had 12 ounces instead of a bomber, but
yeah,
it is what it is.
Yeah, that's a good beer. I had that one. It was last year.
Yeah, last year's was outstanding, and this one is just as good.
Let's see here.
I will say this while Rod's kind of doing his thing here. I will say the Uncle John Stout by Avery. Is that what it is?
I haven't had that one.
No.
Is it called Uncle John's?
No, it's shit. What the hell's the name?
What are you talking about? You talking about the Rumpelstiltskin?
No, not the Rumpelstiltskin. No. It's Uncle shit. What is that? I want to say Uncle John's, but it's not Uncle John's.
No, it's not. It's not that.
But anyway, it's a stout by Avery. It's like a big stout. It's like 15%. That is way.
You're talking about Uncle Jacob's.
Jacobs, yeah. Uncle Jacobs, yeah. There you go.
That I will put above Bourbon County Stout. And people say Bourbon County Stout's like one of the best beers. No. If you had Uncle Jacob's Stout, you'll say, damn, this is better than BCBS. And I can get it by the 12-pack.
Wow.
It's just
What's it cost? What's it cost in your area?
$14 a bottle.
Is it for 12 ounces? For a 12 ounce?
Yeah. But I can get a 12-pack of it if I want it.
Yeah, but I think that's about what they are here, $12.99 or something maybe for a 12 ouncer. But it's like 16% or something, isn't
it? I think it's 15.3 this time.
Yeah.
Which I'm thinking about going back and getting. I might actually go back and get 12 of them because it's that good. It may cost me like $140 or $50, but hell, it's worth it.
I haven't been out there to look for any deals or anything lately. So
hey, if you guys want some, I can send it to you.
we can't say no.
We'll be like, Eric, why are you sleeping outside? I just spent my whole check on Uncle Jacob's. They shut the power off. I got to sleep outside.
Yeah, if you could ever direct deposit to a liquor store, I'd be in trouble.
Uh-oh.
Just send my part of my check over to Party Source. I'm gonna go pick up some stuff afterward.
I see speaking of that, I see the Kentucky Brew Reviews is going to go to the Party Store and kind of do like a live review there.
Yeah, so they went over there. Did you see a new one? Because I know they went a while back and caught up with Jo because Jo was over there for Party Source reviews. Yeah, actually, I'll probably see Jo next week with some stuff there with the beers, but. Yeah, they did like a little cameo there for a little bit. They did a live thing like the time I went over there and we did the Prairie Bomb. That was nice. I would love to get some more of that. I need to get some more of that. I need that in my life.
Everybody needs a little party story.
Yeah. And then
was that the first time you had it, Rod?
Prairie Bomb? Yeah. That's
yeah.
I had it there because we weren't getting them as much around here. Now we get them now, but yeah, we actually get a Decadent Ales in distribution now too. So.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Burning Beard is in the house. Welcome, Burning Beard. And he said, when you doing the OE and OJ, son, to Eric?
Hey, I had some OE, but I said, hey, man, I got a double XL burrito, and I got to have me an OE malt liquor to go with that. So I had a XL burrito, and I had an Old English ale.
Did you take the OE out of the bag, or did you leave it in there?
Hell no, I took it out, brother. I know people are gonna be like, "Oh, Eric, come on, man."
And then Tim said he's having water nice, so he's taking it a little easy. It looks like. Eric Gilbert said Reed is a great coach and learned in the Packers 90 system, so Andy lacks the ability to adjust. Ha ha ha! Go Pack, baby, go! So I know Eric was a Packers fan. That's like opposite of Eric here. So
I don't know. I think Andy Reid does a good job adjusting. I think sometimes in the big games he kind of gets to the point of I get afraid to do anything because he doesn't feel like he's going to lose big.
Yeah,
and that's why he doesn't do it. But any other time, he's freaking a master.
Yeah. He does some different plays too.
Yeah.
And then welcome Rainin. He said he tried the Sierra Nevada Brute an hour ago, nice and light. Thought it might pair well with some food. Yeah, I would definitely say you can pair this. It is a nice light one. Actually, tonight we went out to dinner, and I had like a Cobb salad. This would have paired nicely with that as well. But instead of I had a 32-ounce Rheingeist IPA, which still worked out okay. But yeah, but something light like this, you could have this like with fish or something like that as well. But you can also have like something like some glazed type wings too and do well with this beer. So, God, I'm making myself hungry again here if I keep talking about food.
I know the feeling, brother. I know.
Like you ever watch like on Fridays? I'll sit here and I'll usually watch Diner Driving and Dies. I get to take out see some of the food that's being made. And damn it, if that show does not make you hungry as you're sitting there watching.
I know. That's why I don't watch it, man.
It's like, damn, guy, and I got to go in the kitchen to find some wonton or egg roll or something that you got me all hungry because you went to this spot here. And then Bernard said, oh, we have two Erics. I was talking about the silly Lions fan. And then Jamie's here. Welcome, Jamie. Basement Beer. And, of course, you can check out his channel, hitting the 3 dots to the right as well. Then it's nice that you guys fired Joe. I could tell that he doesn't actually like beer. Just in it for the whales. So. That's pretty good, Jamie. And then Vanessa Kitty says hi. Welcome, Vanessa. Thanks for swinging by. And head coach says hi to Vanessa as well. And Eric Gilbert, Lions suck at Burning Beer. Go Pack, go forever. Last place, Detroit Kittens. Ooh, shots fired, Eric. Shots fired. I don't know, but he's launching them at Burning Beer now. Too.
Hey, Eric, you got to go with the fudge pack, buddy.
Head coach says he likes the Lions, so
yeah, take that.
All two of you.
Back in the 90s, it was nice to watch the Lions games when they had Barry Sanders. I mean, it was always fun to sit down. I mean, you swear that guy ran on air sometimes when he took that ball. So I don't know. I look at all the running backs some of the time. Like there's always like who's the best and this and that. It's kind of looking at different eras when some were run heavy and some weren't. But for me, Sanders is still at the top of the list.
Mm-hmm. Dickerson was another one I like to watch too.
Dickerson was good too.
That's why I became a Colts fan, was because Eric Dickerson.
Yeah. If Bo wouldn't have got out of got hurt and out of football, he probably would have been right up there too, though.
He was wow.
Bo could have been Hall of Fame in either sport if he'd have just stayed with that one, possibly. Well, unless he got hurt in football, but man was a beast. Some of the stuff that he'd done.
He was a man among boys in the NFL.
Yeah. He was something to see for sure. But then you go back, you look at some of the old footage, like people that have never seen like some of the old footage of Gale Sayers back in the day, who was like a great running back, and Jim Thorpe, who was a great running back, and some of these always, even like if you look at the old footage of the 70s, like Larry Zonka just bulldozing people, him and like Earl Campbell were bruising type backs, you didn't want to tackle them at all. Franco Harris.
Kind of goes back to the 90s, early 2000s. I always liked Corey Schlesinger and who was the linebacker for the Bears, the hard-hitting linebacker for the Bears?
Urlacher?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
We had Urlacher before Urlacher. Yeah, Singletary too, who was a beast. Yeah,
or Singletary. That's what I meant. Yeah.
Yeah.
I said Dent, but he was a defensive end, wasn't he?
Yeah. Singletary had them crazy eyes. It's just like
yes, he did.
He was like the guy you went hunting you down. Like if you were like if he was your dad and you supposed to be home before the light post came on and you were back, you're like, I can never go back now. I can never go home. My dad. You've seen the look.
All right, Eric Gilbert, I can respect that.
What did Gilbert say?
He says, I was a Reggie White fan and became a Packers fan for life, and only Barry Sanders. So that's the only line that he likes is Barry Sanders. I'll give him props for that. I'll give him props. Reggie White was another good one too.
Yeah, he actually was the one that really came in and allowed the Packers to change everything in the 90s. Because I remember when he was going there, like players would not go to Green Bay.
Yeah.
And Reggie actually went out and recruited players to come, it's not that bad. And you got players to come up there and, and then when they got Favre from Atlanta, man, what are we talking about a team that really screwed up? The Atlanta Falcons had Brett Favre drafted and they traded him away.
Well, that was to their defense. They traded him when he was a rookie and they didn't think he was going to be much.
Yeah.
But looking back on it, it was a dumb decision. But at the time, they were like, what are we going to do with this guy?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you don't know how things may progress down the line, but but you got to know they were kicking themselves at some point. And then Eric Gilbert said Sanders was held to minus yards a few times by that Packers front four. Gravedigger. Oh, there's a person, Gravedigger. Yeah, Gilbert. That dude. He couldn't move. He was like a house. Like they put like a middle of a house in the middle of the football field. It's like you could not move him. He was like 360 pounds or something at that time, which was unheard of for some of the linemen there. I mean,
yeah. And you had maybe not even 300 pounds at the time.
Yeah, and he was nimble, so he was able to move. Yeah, that was a lot of beef coming your way. So. You're running back, and the coach like, we're going to go with a 32 dive or what? You know who's over there? You need the audible.
Let's run it the other way.
I will say this too. I like Refrigerator Perry too.
Yeah. Perry was very
shuffle.
Yeah. They put they put him in the backfield with that Bears offense.
They were like, what the hell are we going to do now? We know that it's coming, but what are we going to do?
We have nothing to stop that guy. But I think of one of the best hits and I used to be a huge fan of Bosworth back in the day. Yeah. That Monday Night Football game when him and Bo Jackson met. I mean, Bo Jackson steamrolled over him. Bo's career was just going after that. I mean, Bob's career was going after that.
He talked about that in his 30-30. He talked about that.
Yeah.
Well, I remember when it was Frank Gifford calling it on Monday Night Football, and they broke to the outside, and Frank Gifford was like, "Oh, this is what we're looking for," or whatever. Somebody had said, "It's like, here we go," and it was like Jackson lined going right up against Boz and steamrolled him right into the end zone.
Yeah, he talked about that.
That play and the play where Bo ran down the tunnel, like the two most memorable plays I remember of Bo in football.
Mm-hmm. Where he didn't
y'all
want to try to stop and slide and kind of.
Yeah.
Have y'all seen the 30 for 30 with Bo Jackson?
Oh yeah, that's one.
I haven't. I don't think I've seen that one.
Oh, you need to watch it, Eric. That's like one of my favorite ones of the 30 for 30s.
Yeah,
it's really good. And they show a clip of that where he runs into the tunnel.
Yeah.
Like, where are you going? He's not coming back.
It's like Forrest Gump. Well, I think like people forget too, like he got that injury and came back afterwards with the Royals. You know, when they cover like that story, you forget that he came back after he got the replacement hip in there. So
he wasn't a bad ball player. I mean, he was.
Oh, he was a great. I mean, he was a Hall of Famer in both sports. He just got them both cut short. He would have been a Hall of Famer in baseball or football.
Yeah, he was an All-Star a few years in baseball.
Yeah, I mean, just like Dion was a Hall of Famer easily in football, but he was solid in baseball, but not a Hall of Fame level.
Yeah,
Bo was Hall of Fame of both.
Yeah, Bo was unreal.
I think kind of going to baseball. I think Ken Griffey Jr. was the best natural talent, at least in my era. I don't know about your guys', but at least in my era, I remember he
had the prettiest swing of anybody. Probably still to this day.
Yeah. Well, he just had his record broken for the Hall of Fame. Did you see that?
I didn't see that.
Rivera went. Fame. He was only unanimous.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Griffey went in like at 85% or something when he went in. But yeah, everybody was 100% for Rivera. That guy was a beast too, back throwing those balls, 90s, early 2000s. I
saw a stat today on him. It was he faced faced 592 hitters in the postseason, and only 2 guys hit home runs off of him.
Yeah,
like in his whole career, and I think it was just in the postseason only.
Yeah, he was. I mean, there's a lot of games you see him come out and he just 1, 2, 3 and it's over.
That seems like a lot of hitters though in the postseason when he's only facing 3. So that may not be completely right.
Yeah,
it was 500 and something hitters, but I don't remember what the exact stat was. But it was only 2 home runs given up.
Well, if it was, it probably early in his career too.
Yeah, for his whole career. Yeah, because there was early on he would throw like the 8th and 9th inning.
Yeah.
So, but still, though, that's for what possible 14 games because that was even before the wild card.
Yeah,
when he was playing.
What do you have? 20 seasons?
But yeah, that's true.
Oh, no, I think did he have more than that? When he retired, was he like 42 or something? I'm trying to think when he came into the league because you go for a while. You're in the minors, so I can't remember when he came in.
Yeah,
it was. I think you might be right, Eric. It might have been about 20 years. I wish my brother was on here because he's a big Yankee fan. He would know right away.
Yeah. Yeah, he was a solid player for sure.
Speaking of Bo Jackson on the 2 sport athletes, Dave Winfield back in the day was he was an all-stater in baseball, basketball, and football.
Yeah.
That dude could do it all.
And had scholarships in all 3 to go, to play big-time college sports and chose, in the end, chose baseball and the Hall of Famer in baseball. So,
yeah.
And it's probably something a lot of people don't know about him, as far as like all-around and great athletes. And he never gets mentioned, and he probably should,
Well, here's a little sports trivia for you two and the people in the comments. So, in the 70s, the 3 major sports, baseball, basketball, football. I know people want to put hockey in there, but it wasn't there yet. Still it's getting there, but still like that 4th sport. There were 3 rookies, and each of them that had the initials AD. Do you know who all 3 were?
No, wait. Say it again now?
In the 70s, all 3 major sports, football, basketball, and baseball, had 3 rookies of the year that were all initial AD. Do you know who
AD in the 70s?
Yeah. Is it AD or DD?
AD.
I know who it is. I think I know who it is.
What you got?
Andre Dawson.
That's for baseball. It's a 3-part question. Who's the football? Who's the basketball?
Adrian Dantley for basketball.
Eric Gilbert said good luck. Yeah,
I know Andre Dawson.
You guys are doing good as a team. Dantley was basketball.
Dantley was basketball. Okay.
Football. Let's see. AD for football.
Help him out, commenters. Anybody? Yeah, he was the Hawk on that actually.
Phone a friend.
Phone the commenters. Hey, what's up, J.O.? Thanks for dropping in, brother.
Let's see.
God, I'm drawing a blank on that.
Football. Come on, football. When I tell you who it is, you're going to kick yourself if you don't know who it is.
I probably will, yeah.
In the 70s.
It's actually a little bit of a trick question on the third one there. TikTok, you don't stop.
I'm tapping out on this one.
AD. Now I'm not giving up that easy.
Well, I'm having a 12.3%, so I'm tapping out.
Wait, that's supposed to help you think about it more.
Yeah, I sure will.
AD in football.
All right, commenters, give us a hint.
J.O. says he can only hang out for a minute. How's everyone? Everybody's doing good. Drinking some beers. I'm drinking that Sierra Nevada Brewed IPA. Eric's drinking a Willette from Lagunitas. Todd, what are you drinking? Did you say?
Flapjack Nuggets from 450.
Yeah.
Hey, Party Source, if I ever get down there again, I'm coming to your store to see how nice it is.
No, it's nice. I can tell you it's nice. And J.O., if you ever get 450 North, let a brother know.
Eric Gilbert says it has to be a Davis.
That's what he says, but he's Canada.
AD.
Yes, J.O. definitely. Let me know what you got going on there as well. Are you going to have a booth, or are you going just to film, or what for Beer Fest next weekend?
I'm tapping out. I don't know, Rod. I don't know who it is for football.
Rod, you going to get to go to that? Is that next week?
That's like next weekend. Yeah, I think I'm going to probably go. You can probably drive me. Oh, you got a booth. Okay. Nice. Yeah, I think we're going to probably head over.
Are you working it this year? Or?
No, I'm not working it. It sold out quickly for the volunteers. They need it. So, yeah.
Party Source, we were talking about you earlier in the Kentucky Brew Reviews, guys.
Let me see here. And Eric Gilbert, I said back there, Son Jones and Santana Dotson were beasts too. They would take double teams all game to free up Reggie. Yeah, they were good players as well.
Yeah, I don't know who the AD is for football.
Yeah, I can't think of anybody. I can't think of
anybody.
What sport was it, right? What position
football.
You play? No, I mean what position?
Well, so I tell you the position here. If I tell you position, you're
no right away.
Yeah.
Gosh, I had given up on it.
It's a key position. Bueller?
70s.
Bueller?
Yeah, I don't know. I'll wave the flag too, I guess.
You wave the flag too? So if I said he was a star, would that give you an answer?
Mm-mm.
He was a star? Played running back?
For which team?
For the Cowboys.
Yeah, for the Cowboys, yeah.
Thanks, Todd.
Come on, Eric. Hey, it is kicking in on you, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It is.
AD for running back. Why do I can I still not think of who that is?
I'm not putting one and one together either.
Dorsett. So Anthony Dorsett.
Anthony Dorsett.
Well, I was thinking, Tony Dorsett.
That's what I'm saying. That's what the trick part is. People don't think Anthony Dorsett.
And I was like, wait a minute, Anthony Dorsett? Oh, yeah, Tony Dorsett. Yeah, that's it.
Out of the University of Pittsburgh. So, yeah.
Yeah, that would have never thought of. I would have never thought of that because of that reason.
Take it easy, Party Source. Have a good one.
Yeah, have a good one.
He's probably pouring at the growler station right now.
Rod, was that the Party Source? We went to that when I was there, right?
Yeah, I think we went to Party Source when you were here. Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't Depths, but it was Party Source too that we went to, which was down by the river.
That's the one by is that the one that has the breweries shit.
The distillery?
The brewery inside the
Oh yeah, that's the one with Braxton Labs inside.
Braxton, yeah. I couldn't think of it was Braxton Labs, yeah. Is that Party Source?
That's Party Source, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a nice store.
Yeah, they got a lot of nice little things down there, nice little collection of beers in the brewery. I mean, Braxton Labs, they're doing a lot of kind of almost like a 450 North. They do their small batch stuff out of there. So they got some unique brews and stuff. Like that Cranberry Gozes, what I actually sent to you guys. They were the ones that made that one. So, and then Eric Gilbert said, everybody calls him Tony. Brutal. That's the trick. I mean, it can't be too easy of a tease, you know. But I just saw, taking a look at some of the beer news, highlighting some of that stuff. For anybody like near the Virginia area, like Richmond, Virginia, apparently, and this is actually from out of where Eric's at, Bell's is no longer going to be distributing to Richmond, Virginia, for some reason.
Sorry, Greg. Greg's beer reviews. You're out, buddy.
Yeah.
I know you're a Two-Hearted fan, brother, but
no more.
You ain't getting no double Two-Hearted.
Yeah, it doesn't say why they're not going to distribute down there anymore. It just says they're not distributing in Richmond now. So kind of interesting because they got that double Two-Hearted about to come out with. I do want to take a look at trying for sure.
Yeah, I hope.
Have you had the double Two-Hearted before, Eric, up there? Have you seen that last year or any previous years?
I didn't get a chance to try it, but they had it at select bars kind of around Michigan, and people like were going apeshit over it.
Yeah, because my understanding is this is the first time they've actually are going to can or bottle it. So
yeah, they had it in like kegs for people to try at bars and all that, but they kind of like a kind of a test market, I guess.
Yeah.
Kind of see how it went, and people loved it, so they're gonna.
Yeah, I hope we get that. I'm super pumped about that.
Yeah, I hope Larry brews enough so everybody has Larry Bell. If anybody doesn't know that, but hope he's brews enough so everyone gets a chance to try it.
Well, Larry's got to brew enough that people can't be out there all hogging it all either, you know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then head coach, I got to get my Billy D voice here. Head coach is drinking a Colt 45.
Yeah, bro.
And then welcome Elbow Cheers. And Elbow says, why is Bud putting food info on their beers? It is a government, but then they cut off there. The government might cut off his internet. Like, what are you saying?
Yeah, cut him off.
So yeah, if you haven't seen like the information, Budweiser is going to come out with all their food labels on their beers. Doesn't really matter. I don't know if it really matters or not. I mean, people that drink Bud anyway. But
they don't care what's in it.
Don't really care what's in it. But some people are saying they're doing it so then like craft brew, because craft beer usually carries a lot more calories than what Bud does. I mean, so are craft breweries going to do that? I don't know if they're going to do that. Now, I'm just trying to get ABV on all this stuff if I can. I mean, I'm happy to get all that on there. Which was weird because I did a beer last night that you'll see in a video when I get it uploaded. Like they had the OG on it, and they had the IBU on it, and they didn't have the ABV on it. I don't know how you do that. I don't know how you do that. But anyway,
Go ahead.
No, I'm saying Bud is trying to do this, I think, to put it out there, maybe just to try to force craft breweries to do it. But really, that's not something craft breweries or craft beer fans are really going to look at anyway. There have to be a need to have one. We already know it's going to be like a higher calorie type beer for the most part. If you're drinking a stout, if you're drinking like a Dragon's Milk or something like that and everything, calories are the least of your concern. If you're drinking like when you just like the coffee, their Wellitized coffee stout, the calories are high anyway. So it's not going to be something that really appeals as much that we're going to really care about for those that drink more of the craft type stuff. I mean, that won't affect other macros. Maybe the other macros are more affected because then they may do to keep up with Bud. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. But what were you going to say, Eric?
I can't remember.
Well, head coach said gimmick, which that could be the gimmick too.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah.
I did see, speaking of calories, I think, was it Dogfish Head is making a 96 calorie IPA or something like that. It's only going to be like 4%.
Yeah.
Anything about that? Is it Dogfish Head?
It's Dogfish Head's doing that one. And then there's also a no-calorie beer coming out. And I'm trying to think if Dogfish Head is doing that one. And there's a couple companies that are working on it. But I thought Dogfish Head might have one of those too as a non-alcoholic option. Which actually, at first, I was like, why would you want to? Not think about it. I'm like, you know what? If you're out and say you're the designated driver or you're out just for dinner, you want to taste a beer, but you don't want anything really heavy. You know, you don't want that old duels type stuff. You know, if they can pull it off, it could be a great little thing for them to have, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
I like the old Duels Amber. I think that's a pretty good non-alcoholic beer. Which people, I don't think anyone in the craft beer community would ever try it, but I tried it and I was like, you know, this ain't bad. This isn't bad.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you could get away with doing that and everything like that. I think it's more just they want to make something as tasty and attractive as enough. Because, like, to your point, some of the craft beer people may not want to do the old duels. So if you're going to do it on the craft beer, you better make sure it tastes pretty damn well.
Exactly,
Do it, so. But, you know, if I'm out, like, I don't usually drink sodas anymore. So if I'm out somewhere, I might get, like, an iced tea. Like unsweetened and everything, but I don't always want to unsweeten IT because I end up kind of sweetening it myself anyway. But if I can get like a non-alcoholic type beer, I might drink that instead and be good to go that way. Plus, you can have like little like something like that with lunch or something, you know, and not have, you know, an actual beer and stuff, but still relax a little bit. So it'll be interesting to see. But Elbow says, yes, I don't care about calories, but I guess other folks may look for it. Well, yeah, they may, but at the same point.
Well, and to your point, Rod, about having the OG and the IBUs on it, you have to have the ABV on the can somewhere or the bottle.
Yeah,
and that was my big thing with shorts. They didn't. If you bought an individual can, you didn't get the ABV.
Yeah, and I think it's smart to be able to have that on there. I think you should have it on there.
Oh, for sure, you should have it on there.
Seems like that should be a requirement.
Right.
Like government required, you know.
Government's not even doing labels right now for some of the breweries, so.
Well, that's true, but FDA or whoever's involved there, that should seem like you should have that.
Well, especially for the consumption thing, you know, because we know from drinking some of the other beers, you could drink some of these higher ABV beers, you don't even taste the alcohol, you know, and if you're trying to measure out, you know, how much you may want to drink, it's good to know what the ABV is. And welcome from Zero to Homestead. He says, hey, everyone, thanks for swinging by as well. But not having it on there is just, it's mind-blowing some things. When, especially when you see them put other stuff on there, it doesn't even really need to be on there. You know, some people that put like a paragraph about, oh, this beer is from the legend of the gods, and it blah, 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 blah. Like, that does not, nobody cares about that story. You know, whatever you come up with, it's not really needed, you know. The beer will sell itself if it tastes good, you know. There are some of the beers that I've picked up that have like just a nice classic label on it, have been tasted fantastic. They didn't need to hear any story made up, they didn't need any other stuff on there. Just put a good beer in the bottle and people will enjoy it, you know. But they try to do stuff to catch people's eyes and everything, marketing.
And sometimes the designs on those things, you can't even read it anyway because it's so not really blurred, but, you know, really hard to read.
The font's so small.
Yeah. Well, sometimes they put the wrong color on stuff too, where it's like you have to squint at it because you can't really make it out fully. So, yeah, I don't know. Some of these people in their marketing, not always the best for sure. Trying to see if there's any other beer news here. We're starting to see a lot of the beer calendars coming out from a lot of the breweries, but some of them are concerned with the government shutdown to be able to meet some of their timelines, it seems. I've seen some pieces on that.
I've got some beer news for you here, Rod.
Oh, nice.
So I read on one of the Facebook pages that some of the guys over at Founders Tap Room in Detroit, they got some tickets for their newest release. Now we all know about Founders and their legal woes and all that, and some people don't care about that, but some people talked about what their newest release was. I really can't remember what it was, but it's irrelevant. But anyway, they had their newest release, and some of the people bought tickets. Well, they were in line to get some of the beer, and people were getting like 5 cases of the thing. And then when they come in there, they go, "Oh, we don't have any more beer for you." So someone spent, I don't know how we'll say $50 for a ticket, and they got shafted because they don't have any beer to bring home with them. So a lot of them. Go ahead, Rod.
No, I was just going to ask you if they got a refund or not, but go ahead.
Well, I don't know if anybody got a refund or not on the tickets, or if they just kind of ate the $50 and turned around and went back to their car. Because you guys know if they don't get their, if they don't at least get 1 or 2 4-packs, they're gonna kind of bitch complain. They're gonna be like, I ain't going back to that brewery again and get their number one, not gonna probably drink their beer. Number 2, going back to the brewery to get their brewery release again.
Right.
So there was kind of a little bit of, at least kind of how I took it, was a little bit of resentment or kind of a bad taste in their mouth, and Founders for, hey, why are people getting 5 cases of the stuff? And then when I get my ticket up there, there's no beer left.
So they weren't limiting the purchases; they were letting people buy what they could.
Yeah,
and that's what. If you're selling tickets to an event, you should be able to do that. Yeah,
yeah, that's what it sounds like. Someone was saying, like, I seen people carrying 5 cases of beer out, and then when I get up there, there's nothing left.
Yeah.
So, but
everybody had a ticket should have went through the line at least once and got what they wanted, and then leftovers, if you want to get back in line, fair game.
Oh, yeah, for sure, yeah.
Well, usually when you have a ticket event, you're only allowed to get 1 or 2 bottles, so they can measure out how many tickets you have and how many beers you have, and you do the simple math. Right. And it says, okay, we have enough to cover. If you let people get all they want, you can't do that. It's just stupid on their part to have it that way.
Now, that's someone from a third party talking about this too, so I don't know if it's true or not.
If they did it that way, it's just not the right way you would do it. Yeah, and that would build up some resentment. Yeah,
and that's another kind of. Go ahead, Todd.
Was it a special beer release, like a specialty beer or something? Or
yeah, I guess it was a specialty beer from Founders, and we all know what their legal woes are. And now this comes out and kind of puts another black eye on them.
Yeah. Oh, you said black eye.
Hey, I don't want to.
Fuel to the fire.
Right.
But at least, I'm talking to read someone off of Facebook saying this, so I don't know how true it is. It's just basically what I've read.
Yeah. So, well, as we all know, he can get kind of crazy on social media for sure.
You mean everything on Facebook's not real?
Well, you got to kind of take it with a grain of salt, Todd.
Well, if you can't go to the news because that's fake, you go to Facebook, that's fake. Everything is fake. We're not even alone. We're like all in the Matrix anyway, so we're all asleep.
Uh-oh, Redbeard's in the house.
Redbeard
in there going crazy.
What be going down?
Yeah, so Redbeard's in the house, who is probably one of the most animated beer tubers. I think that's in the group. So you can always check out his channel for some fun stuff as well. Hit those 3 dots next to his name and then check him out. Although he's been gaming a lot too recently. And Redbeard, probably this weekend or so, try to get together with him. But Redbeard's going to be doing a YouTuber spotlight as well. So I'll be doing a sit down with Redbeard. And then at some point, Joe will have the Beer Patrol and a sit down. I spoke to Kyle at No Hype Beer Reviews, so we'll be doing a sit down there as well. So this is one that I've done, of course, here with Eric and done with Brad Allison.
Mm-hmm.
And then with Tiny,
which was good, by the way. Brad and Jessica were awesome.
Yeah,
that was a good one.
That was a very good
great tandem. Thanks. And then, so if you guys got channels out there that you want to do a YouTuber spotlight on your beer channel, and I might even expand it to other channels as well, let me know. Leave a comment in the comment section, and then get something set up along those lines. But right now on my board, I have Joe, I have Carrie, and I have Kyle as the next 3 to take a look at. So no particular order. It's just a matter of us getting them all done there. He said, I've taken the OBS thing too far. I could never take it too far. Never take it too far. You know why? Because I'm the big dog, Redbeard. I would take it farther as I need to go. My OBS is slamming. I got Stone Cold up there. I got the Beer Fest guys up there. I got Dave Chappelle up there. So I'm not even close to taking it too far yet. I got a lot of stuff happening.
Rick James, bitch.
And then Eric Gilbert said Flounders. Head coach loves Founders, so he said. So Founders, I mean, they make decent beer. Like I used to like Dark Penis was one of my favorite beers for a while.
You know, I think they really should come back with that one.
Yeah, that was a good one that I really liked, and some of their other ones, like I said, Breakfast Stout. I like that for me better than I like even CBS or KBS. Yeah. I think those are overhyped, and I think they're overvalued for what they are. But that's just me. That's just me. Well,
it's you've seen on the beer. I was about to say the Beer Patrol.
I was saying the Beer Patrol. Sponsored
Beer Coalition. I bought another bottle of Founders. I had it once, and I was like, is it really that good? Now I seen. I'm like, yeah, it's good enough to pick up another one. So I paid the $24 to get another 750 milliliter. But I know some people don't want to pay that. Yeah. But it's probably going to be the last CBS that I get. But.
Yeah, they had like 4 here in the cooler that we have. It's like $27.99 or something like that. But they had like 4 like lined up.
That's just way too much.
Yeah. But that store, they always kind of jack it up a little bit more than they need to.
When you can get this for $9.99 and the Founders for $24, you'll get this before you get Founders.
Yeah. And speaking of Rod J deals, by the way.
Oh, here we go.
Oh boy.
Which it wasn't really a deal as much as a mishap. Big shout out today. I went to lunch today and ended up meeting a new restaurant owner at one of our new places in Cincinnati, and it went in and they actually ended up not putting the order in. Thought they put it in, so he came back and actually went ahead and gave me the order. So he's like, "Oh, we'll take care of it. Don't even worry about it." So it was really appreciative. But it's like, it was pretty cool. It was good customer service. They're a new place. I tried to pay. I was like, really I got enough time, so you guys didn't really do that bad or whatever. He's like, "Oh, no, just you're good to go and stuff." So, but it was one of those things. So I got a free lunch today. And it was
nice. Awesome.
So,
awesome.
but I told him, I said, yeah, and they got like a little craft beer thing in their spot. So I said, well, let me know. I'll come back, and maybe if you guys want to do some training with your people on craft beer and stuff, give me a shout. So he wanted my card and everything, and we'll go from there. But pretty cool. And Red Beer says, you guys get so many beers. I cannot. Well, the LCBO's holding back on you, son.
Well, to Redbeard's point, I would like to try the Budweiser Prohibition Ale. That's a non-alcoholic beer, and I would like to try that on my channel because I don't know, it's kind of a little bit different.
Is it only in Canada? We don't have it here?
Yeah, I think it's only Canadian beer that they make that in. Is that right, Redbeard? I mean, you're a Canadian, so you would.
He is a Canadian. Yes, he is. Which reminds me, Redbeard, on your OBS. A little off topic here, but have you set it up where you can play sound from your computer through your OBS? And if so, let me know how. I'm just curious because I can't even play Dusty Roads right now, where you guys can hear Dusty. So
this Saturday night, baby.
Which I haven't played Dusty in a while, but he's always
you got to bring him out for the new year.
Yeah, we haven't heard him in a while for sure.
Yeah, it's been a good amount of time. Let me see here. What other beer news? You got any more beer news there, Eric?
No, that's the only one I had.
Yeah. National Beer Can Appreciation Day. Now that was a thing for something else. Oh, there's the other piece though too. So there was the pieces that were coming out talking about beer loyalty. I don't know if you guys have seen some of this stuff. We touched on it a little bit last week, I believe, but just like people, like so many companies are, I guess, I don't know if there's a concern about people being loyal to certain beers or not coming back for some of the traditional type stuff. But it's kind of are there certain beers you're loyal to? You always pick up certain things? Anything like kind of sticks out there?
No, not really.
No. I can say that with me. Not really. It's kind of get one here, get one there, get one here.
Yeah.
I mean, when I don't say I buy a lot, but I do tend to gravitate back towards, every couple 3-4 months maybe is Zombie Dust, which I just picked some up last week. So
Yeah.
but I wouldn't say I seek out for it. Sometimes you can just, you'll find it lying on the shelf, and I'm like, yeah, I've had it for a while, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab a 6-pack or whatever. But no, I don't really. I'm like everybody else probably these days. You just kind of go for something that you haven't had for the most part.
How much is a 6-pack of Zombie Dust, Todd?
$11.99, I think it is.
That's not a bad price, really.
I believe that's what I paid for it. $12.99 maybe.
Yeah,
I tend to gravitate towards beers more so just at restaurants or something, to see what their selections are.
Yeah, but here's something I come across sometimes is, and it's like tonight that when I said we went to dinner, I look to see what they all have on draft, and it's almost like I want the beer that hasn't been on draft yet, So kind of look down, had that. Oh, I haven't had that one. Let me go and get that one or whatever. And at first I ordered it. And it was the Rheingeist Rarity, it's called. I missed it last year. It came out again this year. It's another IPA. And the guy came back and said, oh, we don't have – it's like we're out of that one. Do you have anything else that you want to get? And I'm like, never mind, man. It's like I just rather not get anything if you didn't have the one that I hadn't had before. But then he came back and said, I was wrong. They actually do have another keg of it up there. So I ended up drinking it. But it's kind of like when I go to places now, if I look to see what I haven't had, but I'm almost content to not get a beer if I've already had them all listed up there. Because I have so much beer. I have so much beer at the house. I'm like, well, I just won't get anything else. Wait till I get home.
Do you think that has to do with Untapped at all? Just checking in something new, or do you think it has any bearing on your?
The Untapped is kind of a secondary thing for me. It's just like I have so many beers in the beer cellar now. If you don't have anything that I haven't had before. In my mind, I think it's like, why buy a beer now? Yeah. Because I have everything at home I can actually drink, and I've had these other ones, and I'm not going to pay, $9 for an Oscar Blues something, you know what I mean? Or Sierra Nevada something, whatever it's going to be. I just go home and I'll just drink then. Just give me nice water or something like that and everything. But if there's a beer I haven't had, I'm willing to go ahead and pay out for it. It's kind of an interesting psyche that's taking place, I've noticed as well. I don't know if you guys have ever.
Yeah, no, that's very good point, because I do the same thing, but at the same time, if I'm out and I want a beer, I'm going to get a beer, whether not just because I have or haven't had it, but I do tend to lean towards looking for stuff that I haven't had before.
Yeah, I mean, and I've had times when I went out where I did want a beer, so I just got something I've had before, but most of the time, and now it's like, they don't really have anything I really want, so I'll just wait till later or whatever. But it's kind of like we went at one time and I had all the beers on there. It's like, man, Zombie Dust sometime. Just give me a Zombie Dust. And it wasn't like I was disappointed I was getting a Zombie Dust. It was just like, I've already had it. It's a good beer. I'm going to have it now. But it wasn't like trying something new for me. Yeah. So,
have you guys had any of the Ellison beers that I sent you? I know Todd, I think he's had one. Have you had the Nelson or the Mosaic? Yeah.
I've drank them all.
How'd you like them, Todd?
They're good. They're solid. I was pretty impressed with them, not really knowing anything about them. Appreciate the sending them to me.
No problem. I don't know, Rod, if you've had a chance to taste them.
I did the Nelson and I did the Evolution. Mosaic Evolution. I thought they were both pretty good. I don't want to give them away because I've uploaded the reviews. Right. But no, I thought they were both pretty good. I liked both of them. So.
Did you guys try the Electron Brown, haven't you, from Old Nation?
Yes. No. Yeah. What do you mean, yes? How'd you get Electron Brown? You got it down there now?
I sent it to you, didn't I?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I got it in the cellar. I haven't drank it yet. Okay.
Come on, Ryan. Come on, man. Jeez. Go back and watch your own unboxing video.
That's the problem when you have so many beers in the basement. Which, I don't know how much you guys are selling on your own stuff, but you go in there sometimes, you'll go through to move stuff to the fridge or the cooler or whatever. You're like, oh, I forgot I had this one in here.
Oh, I had that problem too.
Yeah.
Top of my fridge has no more room to put another beer bottle or can on, and then I got some in the box sitting next to it. It's like, just drink some. What you have?
Is that what Shannon says? Drink some of this beer so we can get it out of here.
No, she doesn't. She doesn't care. Now she's drinking craft beer. I have somebody that might actually help me drink some of them.
Well, you know what's going to happen next. Todd's going to go looking for a beer that's going to be going. And Shad's like, oh, I drank that one already.
I'm like, oh, okay, it's on now. Yeah, that happens. Like, listen here. Here's the ground rule for this.
You were not supposed to drink that one.
Here's the line in the fridge. Anything to the left side, you can't touch unless I'm present.
But I'm glad you guys like the Elson beers I sent you guys.
Yeah, they were good. They were good.
Well, I was worried about the ones I sent to you guys because they were like kind of some blind picks there. So it seems like so far you guys are doing good with them now.
That golden ale was awesome. I like that.
Yeah. I think you liked it more than what Joe liked it on his end, but that's what it's all about, trying different beers and everything. Because Joe, I think, probably liked the cranberry goza more than you liked it. So
yeah, the cranberry one for me was like, but the golden ale was like, oh yeah.
I can't always
sweet spot.
I can't always send a brandy barrel, so
dude, if you ever come across that again, you better send it.
Oh, if I see it again, I'll just wipe it out. I'll take them all. Yeah. I'll need a bigger cart. I'll go back and just haul them all out of there. Like 5 cases, like the guy that came into Founders or whatever. So let's see. Red Beer said you guys get all so many beers. I cannot. Sad face. And then he says we do get some American stuff, but mainly macro and Ontario craft. And he said, I don't know if I want to help you get more OBS crazy, LL. Raina said, piss, no Lagunitas Willetize in Maine this year, or not yet anyway. So it should have been out by now if you're going to get it, I would think. I mean, it came out a while back, so you might not be getting it, Rainy. Heiko says his wife matches the best Filipino food. You know, why can't talk there? And Red says, I bet a few people in the Philippines might disagree with you. So he's shooting at Coach there. He says, damn it, I want to be part of this fun. And then, well, then they are all wrong. Equals facts. Hey, Coach talking about the Red Beard. So, hey, if it matches your palate, then it definitely works for you, right? So that's what it's all about along those lines. In Michigan, they did launch a monthly beer club. So I don't know if that's something you want to check out, Eric, or I can send you.
What?
Let me. I'll put the link here. Let me see. And
getting your facts from odd places.
Let's see. Since you're there, I gotta pull the one thing up. So many different things. It'd be so easier when we could talk to our computers like on Star Trek. So there's a link there and here, Eric, for the.
I'm checking that out right now.
Wait a minute, no, that's the wrong link. Don't hit that one.
Oh, come on, brother.
That does the pop-up chat. It didn't copy the right way. Let me see here. It had the old information. All right, let's see here. All right, there you go. So that's like monthly Michigan Beer Club where you can actually join. And I don't think anybody else is in there in Michigan. I'll put it there in the chat as well. It's telling me to sign in for that, though. What the hell? Come on, computer. Screw that. I'm not doing all of that. Have you guys ever joined like a beer club before or thought about it?
I haven't.
Yeah.
Shannon got me one for my birthday a couple years ago. It was like one of the, I think it was a 6-month one or something. So I got like a 12, 3. I think it was 4. Or no, it was 3 beers of 4 different beers, 3 of each for a 12-pack each month.
Oh wow, that's a pretty good one.
Yeah, it was pretty good. And they'd send you, like the one like you got with the 2 bottles, they send you the papers about the brewery and the beers and whatever.
That might have been similar to the one I got then when I was getting a Rare Beer Club, because they sent you the paper about the beers you received as well.
Yeah, it might have been the same one, because I think that was actually, I went to the website and looked, and you can get like that option where they'll send you a 12-pack, or you can get like, I think it was 3 bombers or 2 bombers of rare stuff or whatever, kind of like you were doing. So it might have been the same club.
What were you going to say, Eric?
I was going to say there's no link in here, but I'm on their Facebook page right now.
The link, I have the link right here on the thing in the side chat of our.
Well, yeah, when I went to the Fox 17 news page.
Okay, gotcha.
So if anybody wants to find out on their Facebook page, it's MI space beer space box on Facebook.
Yeah, I was gonna say the only one I know else that comes in from Michigan, which I think he might be working now, is Cody, because Cody might be interested in that too.
Yeah, and I wonder from James I wonder from James from Most of Michigan Beer Reviews kind of does this too.
Yeah. Or actually, Brad's up there. I haven't seen Brad hasn't come tonight, but Brad's up there that way as well.
Yeah. I didn't think about that.
And then head coach says, "I'm a preacher, so you just told Jesus he is wrong. He's pissed, Redbeard." And then Eric says, we better well with American craft around Toronto and LCBO online, even on tap at restaurants. So they're getting better around Toronto, the American craft as well. Which, like I said, I wouldn't be surprised with Toronto, because Toronto's just like the New York of Canada. So you probably get a lot of good stuff there. Red Beard says, if you think a pissed off ghost is going to scare me, you might be right. Potentially await scary Jesus. So fire bolts of lightning. Let me see here. Let's see what other beer news is out here. Came back to the Bell's Brewery piece again about Richmond. What do you guys think about some of these churches that are serving beers now? Have you guys seen those stories?
No, I've been to some breweries that are made in old churches, but I've not actually.
So now there's a few churches out there that are actually bringing beer in, craft beer, to try to, I guess, increase their flock there as far as people joining the church. I mean, I don't know. It's kind of weird thinking people are going to church to celebrate, but also getting a little tipsy as well, I guess. I mean, it's like, let me grab a couple of 12 ounces before I hit the pew type thing. I don't know how you phrase it. Like, you're going in.
Yeah.
The church, and it's like, oh, before I grab my seat, let me get a 22 real quick, So
I'm gonna go get some of that Bourbon County. Where's it at? It's at Church of Christ. Let's go. I mean, what?
I mean, is there like a stand-in bar section? Like, the preachers that take your seats now? You're like, no, I'm good. I'm over here at the bar. Oh, what's going on there?
The boss is home. She's coming through the door, so the dog's going crazy. I'll go on mute for a minute.
Yeah. That dog is pretty excited. Let me see here. And head coach says, I'm the Black Jesus. Elbow says, I've been up that CN Tower. You can look down at the Blue Jay Stadium. The CN Tower is freaking awesome, Red said. The see-through glass you can walk on is terrifying. I've seen some other places with some of that see-through glass. I don't know. That's kind of I can see it as terrifying for some people to walk on as a floor if you can see through it like that. And Elbow agreed there. And Redbeard says, and Jesus was already not white. Rod is just a new prophet. So, Eric Gilbert says, sounds like a tough dog there. Yeah, more bark than bite, maybe. I don't know. And then head coach said agreed. So, yeah. But no, but it's funny, like some of these church services that are pretty much offering beer at the church to try to increase the membership. I just don't know how you really bank off of that, but they're trying.
Well, I don't think you'll have beer in like a pew or anything like that. They'll have like tables, and everyone kind of get 3 or 4 or 5 people gather around a table, and there'll be a bunch of tables, and they'll, watch a preacher, and they'll do the sermon while they're drinking their beers on the Sunday morning or whenever it is, or afternoon.
But you know somebody's going to come in there at some point and like, if it's again, let's go in and shotgun these real quick before the sermon starts. You know?
Hey, man, what the hell? That's what they're going to be like. You're like, hey, what the hell?
If you've seen enough people that get in there and they drink a little bit, you usually get a little bit more rowdier, you know?
Yeah.
The preacher's preaching and the people are yelling, go on, tell him, preacher, tell him. And the preacher's talking about Jesus. And they said, that's right, Jesus did that. You know, it's kind of like people getting hyped up off. I don't know if it's going to be a good idea. That's all I'm saying. It'll be interesting to see. I mean, or maybe they just give you a little bit of beer. Who knows? Maybe it's in a Dixie cup. But, you know, instead of the blood of Jesus, you get the something else of Jesus, you know. you like, preacher, I need a couple more cups of that sweat of Jesus there. So, the last one was a little too heady. Oh yeah. Let's see what else here. Some of this older news. Fargo's got a beer coming out. New Fargo beer to feature locally grown ancient grains. So they're coming out with something new there, I guess, out in Fargo. I don't think I've ever had a beer from the Dakotas, though. I can't think of any brewery I've had from out there.
I can't either. I don't think I have.
Oh, yeah. Okay. This is crazy right now. This is crazy. Pepsi is trying to copy the beer industry, and they are actually coming out with a Nitro Pepsi.
A Nitro Pepsi.
A Nitro Pepsi.
So do they really need like more fizz in a Pepsi?
Well, with the Nitro, it usually will smooth it out. So,
well, yeah, but
Nitro Pepsi is creamier and smoother. I'm reading the thing here, but my thing moved down when I was reading it. Let me see here. Launch a Nitro Pepsi, the first ever nitrogen-infused soft drink. Creamier and smoother than regular Pepsi with a velvety cascade and foam. I think they had a beer guy write this stuff for them. Pepsi said it plans to start sampling the beverage at Super Bowl LII in Atlanta. So the Super Bowl coming up, which I haven't read Roman numerals in a while. That's why I said LII. It's going to actually have the new Nitro Pepsi there, which pretty much probably means you're going to probably see a Nitro Pepsi commercial during the Super Bowl, I would think.
Yeah. And don't be surprised if Coke follows suit pretty quickly.
Yeah, but do we need nitro? I mean, like I said, I don't usually drink sodas as much, but do you need a nitro soda out there?
No, I don't think you do. No, but I mean, some people are all about soda, or pop or soda.
Yeah, some people are all about like off the 10th. Chris is all crazy about nitro, so he's gonna get nitro.
Or on the 10th.
Yeah. So interesting thing they're working on there. That's just beer changing the world. What is Shannon doing there, making all that noise?
That's my daughter.
Oh, happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Everybody wish Todd's daughter a happy birthday. She just turned 14 or she turned 15?
14.
14? Okay.
Yeah, she said thank you.
You're welcome.
You gotta be like that.
Uh-oh, now you've woken the
beast. Mama Ren's in the house.
Nah, they gotta go pack. When I was trying to say earlier, when I got on, y'all couldn't hear me. I said we were leaving to go to Tennessee tomorrow. To see some of her family. So I don't know what you could and couldn't hear because then y'all just started laughing. So I just assumed you couldn't understand anything I was saying.
I understand the words coming out of your mouth.
So that was what my daughter wanted to do. She wanted to go see it. So she gets out of school free tomorrow. So
nice. Did you guys end up getting some snow down there?
We got just last weekend. We got just a little bit.
Yeah.
Not even. It was 2 inches or less probably in our area.
Of course, the weather people didn't call Jack last night, but we woke up this morning to people sliding and busting their ass because we had a bunch of black ice around.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, weather people, where were you at on this one?
Right.
Where were you at?
Plead the fifth.
But look at that. She's got happy birthdays in here from head coach. and Eric Gilbert. Oh, Shannon's in there now. Said thank you.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Getting all the birthday love, Kylie.
Thank you.
She says thank you.
You're welcome.
And then Eric Gilbert says Mexican cola all the way. But see, Eric was in Mexico. He didn't see a difference in when he was drinking there.
I didn't see it, but it was freaking good. I can tell you that.
It's real sugar, I guess, right? And that the difference.
Maybe it was just enough to make it really good. But.
Yeah. Well, here's a fun fact. Texas is the only state not allowed to sell beer to go from breweries. So
really,
where Drunken One is, they cannot sell beer to go from the breweries.
Why do you think he homebrews?
Yeah, good thing. Yeah. Drunken One's got that covered. Don't you worry about him. Yeah. So here's something, too. We mentioned last week, I know Eric's was kind of talking about because he expected to be a dark beer. Anybody else have any feelings about the new Metallica beer being a Pilsner? Anybody have any thoughts on that? Like, did you expect Metallica would have a dark beer with Stone, or are you just like, are you even a big Stone fan anymore? Do you still drink the Stone beers? Because some people feel like Stone dropped a notch. So,
well, is it that they dropped a notch, or is everyone kind of bitching and complaining?
Well, I think some people felt like, some of the Stone beers have kind of gotten, I guess you could say they kind of rested on their laurels. They kind of just been Stone and, we're Stone kind of type thing. So I don't know if everybody was still going after them as much from some of the people I spoke to. I've never really hunted down Stone that much anymore. Like,
I don't either.
Like I said, I used to buy the Mocha IPA when that came out. They discontinued that one. The Czechoslovakia, I'll get that one once in a while. But it's not like a Stone one that really jumps out to say, I'm looking forward to trying. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't really seek out to pick their stuff up anymore like I used to. They come out with so much shit anymore. It's like it's hard to.
Yeah.
It seems like every week it's true. For mass-produced beer or brewery, they come out with a lot of shit all the time. It's like hard to keep up with as much stuff as they produce.
Now I do have the Woo Stout in the cellar because I heard that one was good, but I haven't drank that one yet.
Yeah, I did pick that up too. I did pick that up.
And then let me see. Nothing else really that I see kind of on the beer news type thing. I haven't tried that yet, but they're looking at trying to push more of the Guinness Stout Bullet Bourbon Barrel beer out some more. So, have you guys had that one yet? I think Joe had it. He said he liked it actually.
What one was that?
The Guinness with the Bullet Bourbon barrels.
I haven't seen it here, although I haven't been searching it out.
Okay.
I saw it and I wish I would have got it, but it was like I wanted to say it was pushing $6 a bottle, so I was like, I don't know. But now you can't find it, so I kind of wish I would have just picked it up.
Yeah, it's definitely a little bit more than your typical Guinness, but Joe said it was definitely. I think he said it was definitely worth it from what I remember. So
yeah, I think so too, and that's why I was kind of borderline. I was like, yeah, maybe I will get it just to try, but I saw the price on it, and I was like, it's kind of one of those that just kind of kicked in, which I don't know why, because I normally don't do that, but I was like. Yeah. I don't know, something about paying like $5.99 for a bottle of Guinness was for some reason, even though it was barrel aged or whatever. But
yeah. Well, down in Alabama, let's play. What beer was it? So there was a tractor trailer that jackknifed on I-65. What beer do you think they were carrying?
Bud Light.
Not a bad call on your part, because we all know Bud Light actually has a lot of mishaps, it seems, whenever there's a beer truck. But it was not Bud Light this time.
Coors?
Coors Light. So on I-65 in Alabama, apparently a Coors Light truck jackknifed. So another macro wreck out there.
When is the semi with Two-Hearted Ale ever going to tump over and just spill everywhere?
Yeah. I mean, I'm there volunteering if it does. I'm
no kidding.
Helping out,
Or Bourbon County. Oops. Got a wreck.
You can't take the Denny cans with you. I might as well get those off the road for you.
Yeah, I'll take those home for you.
Can't sell those. Yeah.
I'm thinking about doing a BCBS versus a Uncle Jacob Stout.
Oh, that's a good little
Do it.
showdown.
Do it.
Todd says, "Do it."
You
Little
can do
stout
it.
battle. Eric Gilbert said, "Oh, sorry. Actually, before Eric, Foamyhead said, is Enter Night the same beer or as Wussy? I don't think it's the same one. Actually, I like the Wussy beer, but I haven't had the Enter the Night yet. But the Wussy was also like their Pilsner too." Eric Gilbert said, "We got snow around Toronto, and I mean snow and cold. I mean like minus 40 to 50 at 6:30 a.m. Of course, they're in Canada, so that is the Celsius scale there." Red Beer said, "I felt like it didn't get that cold down there." Are you questioning him? You're not even down here in North Bay, Red Beer. Are you going to call Eric out? Come on, man.
So what is that in Fahrenheit? Because I'm stupid like that.
I don't know. Usually our conversion guy is Joe, who's not here. So, since he's on the
Okay, I don't
border,
feel so bad now then.
since he's on the border of like Canada, so yeah. And the Foamy says Texas is trying to change the beer laws. Brew pubs can sell beer to go, but they are limited in production per year. So they are working on getting that changed. Texas has that other weird law too. Like if it's over a certain ABV, it has to be called malt liquor, even though it's not malt liquor, but it's by the ABV.
It's nice to know other states out there have some goofy laws other than Indiana.
Yeah, you guys can even buy beer on Sunday until like last summer or whatever. So
yeah,
which was crazy. Red Beer said it barely hit minus 40 here, and we're colder than all the south from us, like 99.99999% of the time. LOL. Eric Gilbert said it did. I'm not joking. It came off the lake. And then Elbow says, I just bought a American Beauty Ale Dogfish Head with Grateful Dead. Haven't opened it yet. I heard about that one too. I haven't gotten that one as of yet either. And then Red Beers, I'm like 400 kilometers north of him. LOL. Again, we're with the metric system, so I'm not
come on.
and he says, but if it really happened, that's freaking crazy shit right there. So yeah, yeah, because Red Beard does get down to Toronto, I think, when he goes down to see those guys. So yeah, it's not usually too bad.
How far is Redbeard from Toronto?
400 kilometers.
Yeah.
Which is what, about 200 miles?
I don't know.
Come on, brother.
I told you, Joe's our converting guy. Joe's not here.
It's just from me to you. You know, that's what 400 kilometers is.
Yeah. Let me see here. I'll put it in the Google to see what it is. 400 kilometers to mile.
North Bay, Ontario. Okay. All right.
Like, hey, Siri? 248 miles. 248.548 miles.
Should I ask Siri how far North Bay, Ontario is from me?
Ask Siri, like, where is North Bay? I have no idea.
North who?
Hey, Siri. How far is North Bay, Ontario from my current location?
Current location is less than a half mile away.
What? No way!
Dang! You're closer to the border than you thought. Siri's drunk.
I know.
Tell her to listen to your PSA.
Oh, Redbeard says North Bay, Ontario. Damn you all.
Baby goes, dude.
Oh, that's some good stuff there. So, let me see here. Let me see.
Oh, goodness.
And then, and the other thing I saw there was this week, if anybody had the Boulevard Tank 7, just be careful because they got the recall on because the glass in the beer they found. So,
yeah, I heard that.
Yeah.
That's been a couple weeks ago now, hasn't it?
It was January 15th, so yeah, just over a week or so. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But,
8.5 hours.
Which is a good beer.
Yeah.
8.5 hours from me, Redbeard.
8.5 hours.
Yeah. And is anybody like actually getting Girl Scout cookies this year? Have you guys gotten Girl Scout cookies?
Nope.
Is your daughter in Girl Scouts, Todd?
Nah, she was when she was like 5, or brownies or whatever it was called then.
Yeah.
Before Girl Scouts. But no. Actually, I take that back. I did buy a couple boxes from Got Work. I just haven't gotten them yet.
Oh man. Yeah.
I was told not to buy any this year.
Why is that?
Because we always eat them in like 5 minutes.
Well, yeah, but you got to be able to pair them with some of the beers. Right? You got to be able to pair them up. So.
But I do have a couple boxes coming, so that's what we'll do.
Yeah. There's a couple festivals coming out with Girl Scout pairing, so it's kind of like I just realized I haven't got any Girl Scout cookies yet. So.
You just go to this grocery and buy the Keebler kind. They make the Girl Scout. They make the Girl Scout cookies now anyway, I think.
Well, here we get the Girl Scouts at pretty much Pitt's tent there. It's kind of yeah. They usually got stuff there too, so I might buy for some of them this year. But I think they don't even take credit card there, so it's kind of like. But I once saw a thing, and occasionally you have change or whatever, you give it to a homeless person or something like that, or someone that might be on the street or whatever. But I guess some of the guys will have, which I understand if you're homeless, but they'll have like a credit card thing if you want to. I'm like, why would you ever give a credit card or something like that? Like,
yeah, right.
But I saw that before, like one of the videos, like they were one of the cities, and it's like, why would you ever do that? So,
first thing is you can afford a credit card thing, but you are homeless.
Yeah, which actually you can get them for free. Like Zip will send them to you for free.
Well, that's true. That's true.
But you have to have a cell phone to put it in.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah. Which I guess I don't know, maybe get them donated too, but then you got to charge it somewhere. The one question leads to another one, so yeah. And Eric Gilbert says usually like -10 to -20 around here during January, February, the rain, melt, and flood season. Yeah. So that's like a lot of the beer news stuff. I was going to look at something else, so. I was thinking, and let me know what you guys think. If you guys would be I think it'd be kind of fun to do some different stuff on the show going forward. What do you guys think of like beer trivia?
Sure.
I'd probably suck at it.
Well, it'd be fun though. It'd be fun though. Open it up for everybody that's watching.
Yeah, true.
So here's the thing that I got like here, right? I don't know if it comes up here. You can see the wheel.
There you go. Yep.
Yeah. So you can go on here. And I haven't prepared to do it tonight or whatever, but essentially go on here and give me a second. I can just pretty much spin the wheel.
Big money, big money.
And then we would have beer trivia type information. And then we'd have fun also learning about stuff on beer. So
that'd be cool.
Something maybe we'll introduce next week or something. And then open it up, do a little education type part of it as well, and do some different stuff. So I don't know. Let's see what your guys' feedback were. You guys in the comments, if that's something fun you would think, maybe partake in as well.
So do you put the questions in there, or does it just randomly select?
Oh
questions?
No, it'll select a category, and then I'll pull a question from that category that I'll create.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So just something to mess around with, and. Thought I'd throw that idea out there. I was going to look at maybe doing it last week, but we actually had so much fun doing a lot of the other stuff. We never really got around to it, but just something I thought I'd share there. Kind of shake it up a little bit. Yeah, let me see. Let me go back here. But outside of that, that's a lot of the stuff there. Anybody else got anything they want to add as far as anything?
Yeah, real quick, Rod. I've opened up this beer from Almanac Beer Company in Alameda, California. It's pretty good. But actually, I just noticed a label on here I've never seen before. It's like a beer can, or just a can, and it says "check bottom for date." Let's see if I can get it in there. Can you see it? Have you ever seen those on a can or anything before?
Go back a little bit, Todd. Go back a little bit.
Yeah, go back. Let me pull
Like
you up
right-
so I can see you on my screen here.
Right there. I'm pointing to it.
I've seen stuff on the can that says check bottom, but I haven't seen a can design like that.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of cool, and it has
Yeah.
like on the it's kind of tilted so that like there's like an arrow pointing down on the bottom of the can, so it's kind of neat. I just never noticed that before.
And the date, is it like the date it was canned or the date Best Buy?
It just says check bottom for date, so I'm assuming the canned on date. Oh no, it says canned 11/29/18. So
Nice.
I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean, if I had two things I would want on a can of beer, I mean, well, outside of the style and all that kind of stuff, but like the date and ABV would be the two big things.
And it's got, of course, the independent label, and then it kind of gives you the ingredients on the side and the ABVs on there also. So it kind of covers them all. This one's out of California, which Earth isn't on here. I'd like to see if he's actually ever had anything from these guys.
That was another thing that I actually saw too. Sierra Nevada, some of their packaging upcoming, they were showing how they're expanding the independent label so that it stands out more prominently. So like on their 12-pack, like half the box is like the independent label. So they're trying to maybe lead a push into making sure that's noticeable more for people that are buying beers. But I don't know how many people are going to buy something because it's independent. I mean, outside of craft, people are usually doing it anyway, but they already know it's independent for the most part. But your average consumer, I don't know if it makes that big of a difference.
Nah, probably not.
Yeah, but they're definitely trying to push it out there. And welcome, Drunken One's in the house. What's up, Drunken One? Says cheers, hello to everybody here, plus Eric Gilbert and Redbeard, and said he was in a different stream, so he was cheating on us. So
he was with Craft Beer Force.
Oh, okay, all right.
I don't know if it was or not. I'm just giving him shit.
He's cheating with friends. That's even worse. But he said, Redbeard said, we missed the Cards Against Humanity fun with Chad. Yeah, I saw some of that night, and I was actually involved with some other stuff that I couldn't jump on. But the Cards of Humanity thing was actually pretty funny. I don't know if you guys saw that or not, but on Nick's channel, Maxwell Star, it was
pretty good.
They found a program where you can play Cards Against Humanity online, and it's some pretty funny stuff they were doing.
Wow.
That game's hilarious. It's fun to play.
Yeah. Drunken One says he was at Craft Beer Pours, too.
See?
Redbeard's everywhere.
Yeah. Oh, not Red. That was Drunken One there. Redbeard.
Oh, Drunken One. Well, he's everywhere, too. It's,
He's such a stream whore. Yeah.
So, hey, Drunken One, when am I getting some of that jerky, buddy? Because I haven't gotten any yet.
I second that.
You haven't got any jerky at any time?
Hell no, he hasn't sent me any. Come on, brother.
It is good jerky. He isn't responsible.
I'm just messing with you, Drunken
I
One.
hope if he's thinking send it, he'll send it to you. I mean, he does a good job with it. Redbeard said he's just lonely. And the Drunken One says, I know. You know that Drunken One, Redbeard's lonely, or Eric needs beef jerky?
All of the above.
Oh, yeah. But it's good stuff. But outside of that, I mean, I think that's a lot of stuff. We've been going, almost 2 hours tonight.
About 2 hours.
If anybody in the comments has anything, I mean, I don't know if you guys are good to go to hang for a little bit. That's fine as well. So,
yeah, we can go with a little OT.
yeah. If people want to ask anything out there or add anything they may have seen out there for beer stuff, let's see if there's anything else. But let me take a look here to give people an idea of some of the stuff that I'm going to have upcoming.
Trivia with Redbeard. Uh-oh.
What was that, Eric?
Trivia with Redbeard. That's what it says in the comments.
Oh, no.
What, does Redbeard want to do the trivia?
Speaking of trivia, I saw a video. Was it today or yesterday? It was Jeopardy. and it was
yeah.
it was like the final round, not final round, but it was the last category, and it was all about beer. And it was funny because Alex Trebek was asking all the questions and nobody answered any. They didn't even buzz in. He was like, "Maybe should we just go to commercial break now and just skip this round?" It was funny. It was like
was the beer or the football one that I put out there?
No. It was a football. Yeah, it was football about the purple people eaters and everything else, and everyone answered. Yeah, it was a football one. That's right. It was funny. It was just like, was it you that posted that? That might have been where I saw that then.
Like none of them knew the answers.
No.
What those three probably wouldn't know about beer either. Oh yeah. That's what Red said. So same with that video about football. Oh, never mind.
Yeah. I'm good at screwing things up, which is why I don't have my own channel.
Hey, Redbeard, are you going to watch Super Bowl?
There's probably some Super Bowl parties there in Canada too.
Well, I don't know if they're big into the NFL like we are here in the States.
Yeah. Well, like where Eric Gilbert is, I know Eric Gilbert's not a Bills fan, but I know a lot of Toronto people move from Buffalo because they play games up there as well in Toronto.
And maybe if Kent Beer Reviews or maybe Blue Nose or Dean over in the UK, if they watch it, if they come across this video, and if they're this far in, do they watch Super Bowl as well?
And they get games over there at Wembley and everything too.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. So I should have the 450 Blackberry up this week at some point, and the strawberry one, as I'm looking at my next videos in the queue.
Looking forward to those.
I've got a Rogue one coming up.
I got to see what I've got coming up, by the way.
A couple Samuel Adams, one of our local Sonder Brewing, a couple Rhine guys. I've got like 34 in the queue right now.
Yeah. Wednesday is, which was just today, was the Quarterman Red Ale, which I had 2 weeks ago on the channel, or on Rod's on his live stream here. I did that tonight. And then there's another Wednesday night beer review, which is coming up on the 30th, which is a strawberry blueberry slushy, which Todd gave me.
Okay.
And then Saturday, which will be this Saturday, is a Chicago Drive-By, which is a local beer for me, which is from the Pike 51 Brewing Company out of Hudsonville, Michigan.
Ah.
And that's all I've got right now. I don't have any sports stuff, so.
Yeah, you'll be getting your lull before you'll probably do some stuff on the draft when it gets closer, right?
Yeah, and I've been thinking about doing stuff on college basketball, but I don't know how receptive people will be to that, but I haven't tried it yet just to see.
Yeah, I mean, you got a lot of sports stuff, so it'll definitely be good. I mean, you got Michigan there, which people are watching. They might be in the title game again this year.
We'll see. We'll see. It's going to be I think they can make the Elite Eight, but the Final Four will be it'll be a challenge.
Cheers, Bumpy. Bumpy's in the house. Check out Bumpy's channel too. Bumpy does some pretty good beer reviews and live streams, and you want to see some of the stuff he has there. I was saying this weekend, Kentucky plays Kansas, so that should be a pretty good game. Just to see how they go against each other.
Yeah, I've been looking forward to that one too.
Yeah, West Virginia is just terrible this year. I mean, terrible. Charles Barkley was
I was going to say, is that terrible or terrible?
Right.
Weren't they supposed to be somewhat good? Or?
No, I mean, well, Konate's injured, who was like our star center.
Oh.
But after we lost Carter and stuff last year, and some of the other players that graduated, just not pulling it off. I mean, Huggins won one Big 12 game, was against Kansas. They got an extra $25,000 he donates to a charity each year. But
yeah,
we probably won't make the NIT the way we're looking right now.
Wow, you don't even think it'll make the NIT?
We're like 9-10, I think, right now. I don't see us making the NIT.
Well, if you're a 500 team, you should be able to make the NIT.
Don't feel bad, Rod. We're not going to make the NIT either. So
you guys are ranked though.
Not anymore. Really? We've lost 5 in a row.
Oh wow, you guys did take a little bit of a turn.
Yeah, we're not very good, honestly.
Yeah.
Everybody's caught on to the game. We have no shooters. Nobody can shoot threes.
Well, we got guys that'll take them. They're not making them now. So, yeah, that's they're not doing as good. Let me see. So, welcome. Gabriel's in the house. Gabriel and let me see here. Redbeard said he's exceptionally well behaved. Drunken One said no streams for Bumpy. Says Gabriel said, "Hi Bumpy, what a mess on your channel with those trolls. I guess there were some trolls or something." Drunken One said that a porn troll come by tonight and got him a strike. Oh, that sucks. Gotta watch out for the trolls. What Gabriel said, and yeah, that's all really there. But it's kind of like, yeah, I mean, if people come in and troll, and if they troll you, why should you be penalized if somebody puts a comment in there? That's kind of sucks there. Talking to myself here. What the hell? Everybody's
hello? Anybody there?
You were muted. Eric was muted. Everybody's like, how's anybody just stay
I got a lot of background noise going on right now, so I'm trying to keep it low for you.
I guess they're all packed already. They're like,
no, that's what they're doing now. So they're running back and forth. So I have to. They keep asking me questions. So I keep muting it.
Yeah. So let me see here. No, I'm not doing alpha test trivia. Redbeard's like, send me a link for alpha test trivia. I didn't miss it. I just didn't say it.
That was on purpose.
Say the line of Office Space. Like you've been missing a lot of work. I wouldn't say I've been missing it.
Wouldn't go that far.
Yeah. Which is always a classic movie to always just kick back and watch and laugh. Especially if you work in cubes.
Yes.
It's always funny, like something I don't get is like, well, that's because you're lumber. That's why you don't get it. Yeah, so but I think I need to go get another beer at some point, but I think we're actually gonna probably wrap up. I mean, we've been going for a good amount of time.
We have been.
And appreciate everybody that tuned in. We kind of went up on everybody watching now, but I don't really have much more actually on here. Unless maybe Bumpy wants to share his story in the comments. Like he said, he went on an exterminate troll rant. May not have been the best choice of language in today's society. So I guess Bumpy went after the people that were talking about it, but I don't know. In today's society, a lot of stuff gets said. I mean, from the president down. So I don't know what you're not supposed to say anymore.
Well, I have my opinion on that, but I'm not gonna.
Yeah, I was gonna say we probably all do for sure.
Yeah.
Cheers, Arizona Timeless Tours. Thanks for stopping by. Says good evening.
Timeless. What's going on, brother?
Yeah. But I mean, unless you got, I mean, I could pull up the thing. We do a little bit of trivia if you want to do a little trivia or so. I think you'll get another beer.
Well, I'm gonna get me a motherfucking Keystone Light, brother.
All right, well, give me a second here.
He's like, oh, come on, man.
Can Todd hold it down? Are you going to be there? Well, you and Todd can hold it down. I go.
Oh, we can definitely hold it down.
Yeah.
We can hold it down with the best of them.
All right, let's see here.
Wow. Okay. Now we can't spin the wheel, obviously. But can you take the chat off here, Todd? That you know of, like in the Google comments.
Can it say it again, Eric?
I said, can you? Well, back here on Rod's channel, can you? Well, I guess it doesn't matter now because we're talking and it's not showing the.
Oh yeah, when it was mute, it pops up. But other than that, no, not unless I pull it up on my computer or something.
Well, yeah, I was gonna try and spin the wheel, but obviously we're not on his machine, so we can't spin the wheel.
Yeah, we're not authorized.
Yeah, exactly, Eric Gilbert. Keystone. I'm gonna grab one Keystone Light because I don't know. That to me, that's a light beer. To me, I can get behind, and well, not really get behind, but I like enough where I'm willing to pay the budget price for a light lager. So, and I think it's better. It's probably a better deal than Coors Light is, and I'm a big Coors and Miller fan.
I got that one already.
Not much an AB InBev fan, but
No, I don't
that's just me, obviously.
like that one.
I mean, Coors Light.
I mean, I bet you and Shannon drink your enough of Keystone or Keystone Light.
I mean, Keystone. That's what I meant to say. Yeah.
Well, Keystone, Coors, Bud, Miller, all that.
Yeah, I don't mind Keystone. As far as for the light beer stuff goes.
Yeah.
A friend of mine, my old when we lived in our other house, my next door neighbor, he buys Keystone all the time, just because you can get like a 30-pack for cheaper than you can get a case of Bud Light or Miller Light.
Oh yeah. Well, eventually I'm gonna buy a 30-pack of what is it, the Ham Special Light, because I can't find the 24-ounce cans or even 16-ounce cans, so I'm gonna have to buy a 30. I've heard a lot of people say, the Ham Special Light is actually pretty good for the price that you pay.
Again, in the neighborhood I lived in, another neighbor of ours, he drinks hams all the time, and he buys them. He works over in Kentucky, so he buys them a 30-pack over there for like $11.99. But he does pick up the Special Light every now and again. I don't think you can find it all the time, I think is the reason, but he likes it just as well. And I've had it, a few times that I've been over his house, and it's for the price and what it is in comparison to the other stuff, it's actually a pretty decent beer for, in that category.
Yeah, that budget category.
Especially if you can get 30 of them for $11.99, which I don't know what like a case of Miller Lite or Bud Light is for you, but here you can get them. If you get a Bud Light you catch them on sale sometimes for $14.99, but normally normal price is right around the $16.99 range, I think, for a case.
Yeah, that's about what it is here. Gabriel says the Keystone Light. Let me bring it back up here. He says the Keystone Ice is where he bought a 15-pack of it for, I don't know what he bought it for, but Keystone Ice to me is just a little bit too much for me. I kind of like something in the 5%, 4.5%, 5% range for if I want a adjunct lager.
Keystone Light, what?
Or he said Keystone Ice.
Rod's like, we stepped away and it's turned into a macro channel.
He said you can hold it down.
Hey, we
held it down. We was Keystone Light hamming. We was hamming it up. We were doing all kinds of.
All right. So let's see here. So we spin the wheel. Let's see what we get here. Let's see.
Spin it.
Hold on.
Eric Gilbert, if you're paying $11 for a 6-pack of High Life, there's something wrong.
Woo.
That is way too expensive for a 6-pack. Way too expensive.
Let's spin this puppy.
So you got some questions, or are you just spinning it just for shits and giggles?
I'm spinning it for the questions.
Okay.
Hops, baby, hops.
I was not expecting hops to come up, though.
Oh. Spin again.
Oh no, we're gonna deal with the hops question.
Mulligan.
Dealing with hops. I don't even know why I put hops on that damn wheel, because hops is like kind of a hard one for people.
It's a bonus question. It's a bonus round time.
Yeah. Because I was gonna say one of the hops associated with like an IPA, an American IPA, but that might be a little hard right now.
Well, Bumpy wants to know, how does the trivia going to work?
I don't know. I was just going to ask trivia questions. I don't know. It's just like a new thing, random. I'm just messing around with it.
Yeah, and how much money can we win?
I haven't gotten to the prize part yet.
Do we getting like Rod J deals for winning, or what's the deal here?
Shannon, we need you, Shannon.
This is all work in process.
She might be able to hear you now. I took my headphones off. So
Shannon, we need you here, Shannon.
You're getting paged front and center.
I haven't really done the hops as much either.
Oh, breweries. I'll take breweries for $200, Alex.
Daily double.
I get 400. All right.
This brewery is based in Pennsylvania and is also a song by the Jacksons.
Tuxedo.
Maybe Tuxedo. Tuxedo?
So it's your final answer. Oh wait, wrong game.
Don't they have a Tuxedo Brewing in Pennsylvania?
By the Jacksons? A song by the Jackson 5?
No, that's called Tuxedo. Don't they have a song called Tuxedo?
Hey, Bumpy got it. Victory. There you go. Bumpy got it.
What, didn't he get a chance to answer? What? Come on.
Yeah, what the hell, man?
People in the comments can answer. If you guys don't answer in time before them,
Oh, come on.
Bumpy got it with victory.
Nice job, Bumpy. Nice
Cheers
job.
to Bumpy.
Good. So he gets 1 point. He's ahead.
I don't have the score tallying yet, but yeah, Bumpy's got that one. So let's see here.
Good job. That was quick too.
I'm trying to come up with these on my head because I was going to actually get them to a card, put them on flashcards at some point.
Again.
All right, so hops. Give me 1 second here, and I'll come up with a hop one.
Boom, boom.
Let me see here. You know what the problem with the hops one is? It might not be for people that don't really brew as much. So I'm trying to come up with something. Hold on. Oh, here we go. All right. Hops are actually used for two things. What are they?
Flavor and preservatives.
It's already a preservative. But the flavor is one.
It's not used as I thought it was also used for
as far as in with brewing, it is a preservative.
Oh.
But what are the two main reasons hops are used in brewing the beer outside of being a preservative? There you go. Hops and aroma. Drunken one's got aroma.
Well, okay. Yeah.
So we can give each of you a half point there.
we tag teamed on that one. Good job, Drunken One. Good job.
Again, this is rough because it's just something in the alpha stage. I haven't got to the beta version yet.
That's all right.
Brewing. So
like home brewing?
Yeah. Well, brewing in general. Yeah. So
okay.
Yeah.
All right, I gotta go to the restroom real quick. Be right back.
Let's see here.
Hey, Gabriel, this is for you, buddy.
Yeah, we got a couple brewers that are trying to make it as easy as possible.
Well, Gabriel,
not easy as possible, not too easy, I should say.
Gabriel and Eric Gilbert, this is for you.
Okay, but you know what? Making it easy isn't too bad. But I know one of them if I make it too easy. Hold on. Wasn't really planning to do this tonight, but since I had a little bit of time.
Well, we don't have to, brother, if you're not ready.
in brewing, this is the measurement that is used to determine the initial level of the ABV.
Original gravity?
There you go. Original gravity. Then Drunken One came in after you with that. So, yeah.
Drunken One spitting some knowledge.
Eric got it before him now.
Well, I'll go to Drunken One. I will put my points to Drunken One since he doesn't have a chance to.
Back to breweries. Come on, man. Let's see here. Oh, let me think of this one real quick here. This brewery is this brewery's head brewer was the son of one of the leading craft breweries out there. The dad was on the East Coast, the son was on the West Coast.
Koch. What is his name for Stone?
Stone, there you go. Stone Brewing, right. So you had Cook.
Cook, yeah.
Great Cook, right. So Stone Brewery, whose dad, Jim Cook, runs Boston Beer.
Yeah. Woohoo!
Oh, Cook.
I'm coming
Cook,
after
right
you,
here, buddy.
One. I'm coming after you.
Hey, Cook, right here, buddy.
Yeah. There you go.
Beer styles.
Ooh, beer style.
All right.
All right. So for this one, we're going to go towards the folks in the chat for this one.
This will be a type of a beer style.
This is coconut beers just for you, Eric.
Oh boy. Thanks, Todd.
So for flavor, this style should have plenty of malt, but dominated by hops. Should be some sense of balance, even in the bitterness examples. So basically, plenty of malt, dominated by hops. Should be a nice sense of balance, even though it's bitter.
I have an answer, but I'm going to wait.
What style of beer is this one? No, not yet. No. Well, Gabriel, you can't choose two styles. You got to choose one or the other. I see you're trying to be slick. But you're trying to say the other one as well, but we're looking for just the one.
Maltiness with bitterness.
I've got one, but I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait till someone in the chat does it.
It's just a style.
It's a style. There you go, Gabriel. IPA, India Pale Ale. So for the flavor profile, plenty of malt, but dominated by hops. Should be some sense of balance, even in the bitterness.
Nice.
Red Beer says, glad you're getting the most out of OBS. Yeah, I mean, Bumpy put Pale Ale. Pale Ale might be in there, but I was looking under the India Pale Ale style.
I was going to say American Pale Ale.
India Pale is usually a little more hoppier. As far as over hoppier, I guess you can say. Is that a word? Over hoppier? More hoppier?
I was going to say an AP.
It is now.
APA isn't as hoppy, but that's why people get confused on Zombie Dust, because Zombie Dust is actually APA, but people think it's an IPA.
So was the answer IPA?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see here. I'm going to really need to get these questions written out at some point.
Oh, yeast.
Ooh. Yeah.
Tune in tomorrow for the answer.
This style of beer is fermented by yeast that attacks from the bottom up.
Should we answer or should we wait for the comments?
That's up to you guys. You want to wait for the comments? This style of beer uses yeast that attacks from the bottom up. There you go. Lager. Well, Bumpy said larger first.
Larger.
Drunken one had lager in there first on anybody.
Drunken one knows his shit. How impressive.
Yeah, I'm impressed. You got to give him something a little bit harder. Hopefully, he might get it.
Well, they were prepared, Eric.
I'm sorry. I know, but
breweries. Okay.
again.
That would be too easy to when that popped in my head there. This brewery has 2 locations, one in Chicago. The other one is in Chico Hills. Is it Chico Hills? Let me check. Hold on one second.
Goose Allen.
One in Chicago, though.
Goose Allen.
No, I'm sorry, not Chico Hills, Petaluma. One has in Chicago, one has in Petaluma.
Oh my goodness, I can't. I
can't
can't.
need it.
Lagunitas, right.
I'd have been cheating.
That too, yeah.
It would have been cheating.
I said Chico, but I was thinking something else popped in my head for Chico. So yeah, right. This Lagunitas, and Rainin had Lagunitas there as well. Wild category.
Uh-oh.
So this can be from anything whatsoever.
Uh-oh.
Let me see.
What year was Rajay born? Oh, wait a minute.
Funny guy. Let's see here. This beer style has a flavor profile that is rich, malty, sometimes a bit raisiny, maybe fiercely bitter. Its aroma is rich, malty, with varying amounts of hops, often with leathery, cherry-like notes in aged examples.
Cherry-like notes?
Sherry-like.
Oh, sherry.
Oh, sherry. Okay.
Bumpy Road has,
cherry.
We'll give it to you, Bumpy. It is an American barley wine.
Okay.
Bumpy knowing his stuff there.
Wow.
He's on it,
I
too,
would never
yeah.
guess barley wine.
Quad. Come on, Rainin. Quad. Come on, son. What cherry notes are in some Belgian? You know I know Belgian. But if you find some, I'll drink it.
Uh-oh, hops again.
All right. Let me see here. Oh, I know one I got here for this one. 1 second.
Gabriel.
What's Gabriel saying? Sour beer.
Shannon, we need your help.
I don't think I can help you. I've been hearing the questions.
Hold
Ask
on.
me what costs more, a Bud Light or a Zombie Dust. I can answer that.
So this is these hops are commonly referred to as the 4 C's, very common in APA beers. What are the 4 C's?
Cascade, Citra, Cairo, and what's the other one?
Did you say Cairo?
Yeah.
That's a country.
No, and then a
That's a
hop.
city.
Is
Cairo,
that a
Egypt.
hop?
That's a city. Cairo, Egypt.
No, is that a hop?
Cairo?
Yeah.
No, not in this one. Are you trying to say cryo?
Cryo.
Yeah, maybe cryo.
Yeah. Close enough. Potato.
Yeah, potato.
American Pale Ale. These are kind of the 4 C's.
Citra, Cascade.
Yep, Citra, Cascade.
Centennial.
Yep, Centennial. That's the other one. Yep.
And we're missing one. Did you get the other one?
Yes,
Citra, Cascade, Centennial, and
I pronounced it Cairo, but Rod gave me crap for that.
There's
That's my
only
fault.
there's just 4. Bumpy's got 5 out there.
Does he got? Are they right? 4 of them? Has he got 5 of them?
He's got. Let me see here.
God, I'm missing one. What is the?
Oh, Chinook. I forgot about Chinook.
No, it's not a C though.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
It's a C.
Is it? Okay. Well, there you go. That's the other. I thought it was with an S.
No, it's a C. Bumpy's got Chinook. He's got Cascade. He's got Centennial.
Shannon's looking at me like, you dumbass.
But
well, Shannon, come on. What are the 4?
But he has Citra. Citra's not the 4th one.
Yeah, so. And there comes the bird.
Come on, Shannon. What are the 4?
Citra's not one of them?
No. Citra's kind of a newer type one. I guess it could be kind of subbed in here if you were looking at the 7 C's, because there are 7 hops that begin with C. But traditional, it was Cascade, Chinook, Centennial, and one more.
And
think of 1492.
let me see.
There you go, Bumpy. Columbus.
Ah, yeah, I didn't even think of that one.
Come on, Shannon. If you know this, you should shout him out.
Should just hand me your beer school guide. So I was gonna look it up real quick.
She's trying to give us some notes there. I see.
Come on, Todd.
No, I wasn't gonna cheat that way. I couldn't look it up fast enough anyway.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, another wild category.
Wild. So before the addition of hops in the beer, it had yeast, it had water, it had the barley, but it was also called another name before it was known later as like an ale.
Say it one more time.
Beer, when it used to not have, it used to be called another name. There you go. Bumpy got it, Groot. Used to be called Groot before it became beer, like way back in the early ages.
Back in the day.
Brewing, yeah. Bumpy's killing it.
He is.
I'm just going to shut up and listen to him.
Oh, damn, another. Why did I put yeast on the wheel? Hold on.
All right, so grab me another beer.
Grab one.
Okay, just grab one out
Yeah,
there. Yeah, on the bottom shelf.
Grab him a Bud Light, Shannon.
I will. It's not so good.
I drink it. I ain't scared.
What'd you say?
I said I ain't scared.
Uh-oh. Shannon, you better come through, Shannon.
Might be flying across the room.
You have to tell us what she pulled out of the cellar there, Todd.
Oh well. She'll dig deep back in there, and I don't even remember what it is I had.
You're like, that was back in there?
Yeah, I was like, what? Where'd you get that from?
Hold on one second.
Gabriel, Ohio, Columbus.
Oh, that would be too hard for that one.
Bumpy might get it.
I can't even say what the answer is. I mean, I could after I studied the word for a little bit, but let me see here.
Eric had to know what you got.
Well, while Rod is looking that up, what's everyone's favorite IPA? Ooh, Untitled Art, pineapple sherbet.
Pineapple sherbet, but it doesn't say what it is. I'm assuming it's an IPA, but it doesn't say. Oddly enough,
We'll open it up.
I like Untitled Art. They do some really good stuff.
Yeah, that Scotch ale you sent me, Todd, that was awesome.
You like the chocolate Scotch ale?
Yeah, that was really good.
Pretty good.
That was pretty good.
I remember seeing that one down there.
Yeah, I just got it last week.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
It looks pretty.
Smells good.
Yeah, I'm kind of wanting some 450 North, kind of their base stuff, Todd, to kind of see.
You got yeah. Next time we do, I'll just get you some of the base stuff that I can get at the Malibu store here.
It's good, but it tastes flat.
I think I'm gonna skip the yeast because I don't have enough stuff for the yeast prepared.
Excuse me.
I'm gonna
super easy to drink. Like I could just gulp that whole glass down.
Didn't have the ABV on it either.
Yeah, it was like 4 something. It's at the bottom of the can.
Oh yeah, 4.5.
I'm gonna Shannon. I'm talking now.
I'm sorry. I'm talking about beer. I'm talking about beer.
Roger Beck has the mic now.
I haven't gotten the yeast prepared yet, so I'm gonna skip that. So if that comes up again, I'm skipping it because I got to really look at some of the stuff for questions there.
Oh, another hot one.
Okay, so we got another hop one.
Oh, Bumpy's grabbing him a tobacco product. Oh.
Let's see here. I think I'm overthinking some of these questions too, by the way.
Oh, crap. What hop is found in Bell's Two-Hearted Ale?
Is that your question?
Yeah, that's my question.
Let's see.
That should be pretty easy.
Try. Sometimes that work. Most of the time they don't work. But
when brewing a beer, when is the best time that you want to add hops to add aroma to the beer?
Aroma?
When's the best time?
Last 10 minutes.
There you go. Less within last 10 minutes.
Was that the answer?
Yeah.
Woohoo!
You don't want to do it outside of the 10 minutes because that takes away from the aroma.
Yeah, then you start getting the acidity in there then.
Yeah. Bumpy had 5 minutes or less. 10 minutes is usually a traditional number, but the fresher there will hold the aroma. Of course, you can always dry hop it as well. Oh, that could have been a question. What is this process? See, I'm still getting the stuff all put together.
Microphone with me, which it says that on there. It's a good beer, Eric, by the way.
Can you get them anywhere? It's just around here.
I don't think neither one of them get Untitled Art. Y'all don't get Untitled Art, do you?
No.
I don't know.
All right, so next one is brewing here.
Well, it's just that's not going to be. It's just designated as a fruit beer. It's only 4.5% ABV, but it's really good.
Do you like it, Shannon?
I love it. Delicious. I don't think Todd's going to get any more of it.
Kind of tastes like just a pineapple.
It's a little sour though.
Yeah,
it's not really sweet.
Not
sweet.
Real sour, but
no,
it's
tart.
Like how a pineapple would be.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of like a pineapple juice, basically.
It's not as sweet.
Not as sweet, but
okay. So this will be.
It says sherbet, so it'd be more like in the sherbet style, I would say.
All right.
Sorry, Rod, go ahead. Go ahead, Alex.
This is just an easy one here. This is actually the tool you use when setting your initial original gravity after you have your work done with brewing. The tool you use to measure it.
A hydrometer?
Oh, to miss, yeah.
Yeah, hydrometer.
Chicken.
I beat you, drunken one.
At this point, I knew that'd be like a speed one, whoever typed it in quicker. Although technically they have to type it in and you are saying it. God damn it, hops. This wheel is fixed. Let's see here. These type of hops are usually picked and used within the first 72 hours of being ready.
Picked and used?
Yeah.
A specific type of hop?
Yeah. I mean, there are a certain style of hops when they're actually brewed using them. Sierra Nevada is actually known for it.
Oh,
It goes with marijuana. But no, Bumpy has fresh wet hops. So Sierra Nevada will launch
type of hop, though. Fresh wet.
Yeah, that's not a type
I
of
said
hop.
the use of these hops first 72 hours is a fresh wet hop.
Come on, man.
That was a trick question.
I swear to God, is I'm brewing again?
Well, there's a lot of like.
It's actually beer styles.
Okay. Let's see here. Yeah, I may have tweaked some of these categories here.
This is really
Shannon sucking it down. I see a reflection.
I see your reflection. Cheers.
This type of beer is usually brewed and stored for fermentation in a temperature between roughly 68 to about 76 degrees.
Type of beer or
Type of beer.
like a farmhouse ale?
Well, type of beer. So, no, drunken one, no. Ale. Yeah, Bumpy got it for ale.
Ale, okay.
Drunken one with lager. That's cold. That's cold brewing. That's
I
colder.
said farmhouse ale. I said
Well,
ale.
you had it was a type. Yeah, I mean, you had ale, but it was farmhouse ale. You were a little more
making it too
specific.
complicated.
Yeah.
You're overthinking it.
There's only two types of beers, ale and lagers. So, but you did have that there.
I was diving deep. I should get bonus points for that one.
You say technically he's not wrong. All right, I'm skipping yeast because I'm going to take yeast off the wheel.
Perhaps.
Soon.
Oh, I'll go get a bunch of those.
Brewing again.
I almost grabbed the other. Or whatever. 459.
My creaking ass chair.
Let me see here.
Whatever that Friday is.
Well, I can always go up and get the beers if you can't get off work. Is it like an hour and a half up there or something?
When brewing a pale ale,
Maybe.
the SRM should be in this color range. Nah, it's too hard.
For pale ale?
15.
Oh.
I'm going to bed.
That's my answer. Is 15.
Did she say fuck that?
What? Who said that?
I think Shannon did. I thought Shannon did.
I'm going to say 15 for that.
For a pale
No, she
ale?
didn't say. She
Yeah.
said she's going to bed.
Let's we got Bumpy
Oh.
3 to 9. And
Well, I was going to say 15 might be too dark, but that's my answer, 15.
You should be coming to bed soon too, since you got to wake up early and drive my ass to Tennessee.
Yeah, driver
Oh.
Eric Gilbert.
I could actually
69.
sleep in an extra hour.
Good night, boys.
Night.
All right, Shannon, take it easy.
Actual, anybody else got a guess for the pale ale color? I'll get these together at some point. Then we'll do a live trivia. We'll get Bumpy and them on here.
Like 7 to 10 range, I think. Right?
So Bumpy says 3 to 9. Todd says 7 to 10. I say 15.
6 to 14.
Is Keystone Ice an ale beer? I think it's a
I'm sorry,
lager.
actually 5 to 14.
Gabriel, I think it's a lager. I don't think it's an ale. I think it's a lager.
For what? Keystone is what is it?
Keystone Ice.
Yeah, that's a lager. It's a lager. Let's see here. Damn it! Why do I keep getting these hops?
How about just choose the category that you want?
Just not spin the wheel.
Yeah.
I could do it that way. Let's see
Just
here.
go all the way around. Just start at one and just go to the next one all the way around.
Okay. This style of beer. Okay, so don't look at the wheel because the wheel's not. We're not doing the hops. It's just random trivia.
Okay.
This style of beer was the first beer in the world brewed and exported as on an industrial scale. So basically, mass production. What beer?
Pilsner.
No. What beer style is it?
A lager?
No.
A porter.
It is a porter.
Oh,
It is
good
a
job,
porter.
Eric.
And then let me see. Bumpy has.
What's a Yingling?
That's the oldest brewery. That could have been one of the brewery questions. That's the oldest brewery. So he said, I think I'm overthinking some of this stuff. Let me see here.
Kolsch, I didn't think I wouldn't have thought that a Kolsch, but
Yeah. Bumpy has said he thought that 14 on the SRM was actually a porter. Actually, a porter is
I thought it was farther down.
yeah,
For a porter.
it's like 20 to 40 for a porter.
Yeah, that's why I said 15 Bumpy for the pale ale.
This type of beer style now being used is actually famous for using champagne yeast.
High Life.
No type of beer. I like champagne beer. This type of beer, this beer style,
Oh, style. Sorry.
this beer style is actually being known with the way it's designed. It uses like a yeast, like a champagne yeast. There you go. Rain and Brute, the Brute IPA.
Brute, yeah.
Cheers to raining on that one. This type of beer glass is the most common beer glass used nowadays in pubs.
Tulips.
No.
No.
I should say
pint
pub
glass.
What kind of pint glass?
Just like your normal, I don't know what they're called. I don't
The ones
know.
with little bumps on the sides.
No, just a straight, like, angle out pint glass.
There you go. Raining on your parade. Shaker pint, baby.
Shaker. There you go. That was what I was looking for.
Here's the follow-up question to that. Where did the shaker pint come from?
Michigan.
Pennsylvania.
No.
I mean, it seems like it should.
A little glass factory in the valley. No. The shaker pint, it was not initially made to be a beer glass. It was used for something else. What was it used for before becoming a beer glass?
Soda, pop, Coke, whatever you want to call it.
Some places maybe, but it was bars, yeah, but it had a specific use. You're overthinking it. It's called the shaker pint.
Beer?
I was
Big drinks?
for
Drinks, cocktail. It was actually
shaken, not stirred. What was that? The
like martinis, like Bumpy
Yeah.
said, martinis, right? So
yeah.
it was actually done with a tin to actually shake the alcohol and then strain it into the martini or whatever the drink was. But they got the idea to start using that for beer because it's cheap and it's easy to stack. So it makes it economical for a lot of bars.
Bumpy cheap bars.
Now, a true pint glass will be 16 ounces. What is your shaker pint glass in most of your bars that you actually find?
12.
Say that one more time, Rod.
In most bars, a true pint is 16 ounces.
Mm-hmm.
Most bars, though, their shaker pints are not 16. They're a different size. What size are they?
18?
I say 12. 14.
14. A lot of the places you go to have 14-ounce glasses as their actual pint glass. So you actually lose 2 ounces in some places.
Because you probably get a 12-ounce pour
Yeah.
in a 14-ounce glass, probably.
Now, some places will actually call their pint glass a true pint glass. What is the size of that glass?
16 ounces.
Anybody else?
18.
A true
I don't
pint.
know if head coach answered this one or it was one before, but it's actually 20 ounces.
Yeah, I was going
20
to say
ounces.
head coach
Okay.
is probably right with 20.
Yeah,
And the reason there's 20 is to leave room for the head.
for the head, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and speaking of heads.
Uh-oh.
We got a little
where's this going?
How much head should you have on a beer?
Well, is it at a bar or is it at home?
Well, it doesn't matter. I mean, if you have to do a traditional pour.
Are you talking fingers or inches?
Good question. Let's go. If you go fingers or inches.
1 finger.
2.
2 fingers, 1.5 inches.
Well, mine's fat, so mine's 1.5.
Yeah. How big's the finger? That's the thing.
Exactly.
There you go. Right.
Does that include a thumb too, or no?
Maybe it's 3 or 4 if you got little hands. Let me see. Hey, it is a lot easier than trying to pull them out of that book like you just do it.
Gabriel, my Keystone Light just says beer. It doesn't say lager. It just says beer. So, for what it's worth.
Here's one that might be a little tough for you guys. Then again, it might not. What is the correct amount of time it takes to pour a Guinness beer from draft?
5 seconds.
That's a poor Guinness there, son. The proper time, you can actually be certified at the Guinness Brewery when they will give you a certificate if you know after they train you on how to pour the perfect Guinness.
So it's more than 5 then.
Rate is at 10 minutes. I'll be back.
10 minutes. Bumpy might be right at 9.
At 9 seconds?
Yeah, Bumpy says 9.
Yeah.
Drunken one says 3 minutes.
Let's see. You got anybody else out there? Let's see here. My can of Keystone Ice says Ale right on the can.
Yeah, mine just says beer. I don't know. What's the answer, Rod?
Did everybody done guessing?
Well,
Craft beer
Zombie says
welcome.
25. Head coach says 45. I can't see anybody else's because they're blocked by our.
Keystone Light is an American light lager. To Gabriel's point, yeah.
Gabriel likes his Keystone Lights.
The correct amount of time is. Let me see, somebody else put something there. 1 microsecond. It's actually 119.5 seconds.
Wow.
So a traditional Guinness pour, and traditional Guinness pour is not a 1 pour, it is a 2 pour, if you're not familiar with that. So when a traditional Guinness 2 pour, 45-degree angle, about 2/3 up, wait, then top it up, and then serve. So 119.5 seconds is where you get certified as an actual Guinness
almost
pour.
2 minutes?
Yeah.
Wow.
And a lot of people, if you pour short that drink Guinness, will tell you you're not pouring it right, too.
You're not pouring my Guinness right.
Because the other
2
point,
minutes.
now it's changed a little bit now, I think, because some of the nitro type stuff. But when you do the traditional draft, that 119 is needed because when you top it off, it provides the cascading effect without having a nitro.
Oh, Bumpy says I got my book out, damn it.
Yeah, that is more than what a waitress will give you today for sure, but it is. And I'm happy to see like some of our local spots here, they actually know it and they will go ahead and they'll wait it out. And then they'll go ahead and pour it the way it's supposed to be poured.
Ours just have Bud Miller coolers.
You have that nice 2-figure head on there as well. And then also with Guinness, if you're making a black and tan, which one goes in first, the Guinness or the lighter beer?
I would say the lighter beer goes in first, but I could be wrong.
Anybody else? Bumpy says Guinness. Yeah. Answer is, it actually is the lighter beer. And a lot of times you'll do it like with a Hefeweizen or something along those lines. Because in the Guinness, you will actually apply, and the way you apply it is usually you'll have like a little tool. Most common, people will use a spoon. And then that will actually drain it down and sit on top of the actual lighter beer. So usually the Guinness is the second one in. Used to make those like the bartend back in the day too. If you're drinking a Boilermaker, what are you dropping into the beer?
A Boilermaker. I don't know if it's bourbon whiskey or if it's just regular whiskey. That's what I think it's whiskey, but I don't know if it's bourbon or not.
Yeah.
Drunken one, I'm not winning.
Traditionally, it is usually whiskey. A lot of people will use bourbon whiskey, though, but traditionally, it is whiskey. Yeah.
I'm drunken one. I'm not winning.
Yeah.
Isn't that with Bacardi, like 151? Isn't that with the Boilermaker?
I never seen it with. I never seen it with Bacardi in there.
Oh no, that's the Flaming Dr. Pepper. Never mind.
Yeah, that's the 151 because you have to light it.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Woo! Do I know about those?
Yeah, I haven't had those in a while.
I don't think I've ever had one.
Oh, you should try it one time, Eric. It tastes just like a Dr. Pepper.
A Boilermaker. Okay.
No, the Dr.
Flamin'.
Pepper.
Yeah, Flaming Dr. Pepper.
The Flamin' Dr.
Boilermaker.
Pepper.
The Boilermaker doesn't taste like a Dr. Pepper.
All right. So when I'm at the bar next time, I'm going to ask for a Flamin' Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, but some bars don't do them now because of the fire hazard.
Yeah, because you got to light it and then drop it down in a beer, and then shotgun it.
There's some
I can shotgun me a beer. I can do that.
Some safety concerns, I guess, that you can say come into play there.
I drank a lot of those one summer for Thunder over Louisville here, which is a big firework display, and for Derby, kickoff like Derby week, and drank a bunch of those and got sick immediately afterwards, and then came back and drank some more. Why not? Little puke and rally.
YOLO, Todd, YOLO.
But yeah, I think there's any more on here. Because actually, we've been going like 3 hours now. I think about it.
Yeah, I gotta go to work tomorrow.
Yes, I did too. But I think that was just the thing there. So I had to do some more work on it. I got to get this wheel in shape. But it was just something fun to mess around with. Maybe introduce some more of that stuff going on as we talk about some of the other things happening with beer and stuff. So something a little different. But I appreciate everybody that kind of played along there and don't have any part in prizes or anything, but a good time. It's a good time. But anybody else got anything they want to add? Todd, you're going to be taking off to go on your trip, so definitely safe travels there.
Thank you. Nope.
Eric, you got anything?
I will be in Tijuana next week, so I'll try to get some stuff up there for my channel, but I don't know if I'll have anything, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Are you down there like all week and everything?
Yep, Sunday till Thursday.
Okay.
Work is sending you everywhere.
Yeah, and then in a couple of weeks I got to go to Argentina, and then I have to go to Brazil.
Yeah.
Bumpy
so hopefully it's just.
Bumpy says he feels like a mediocre person tonight. Why is that, Bumpy?
Say hi to my kid I never met in Tijuana. Come on, brother. Come on.
Yeah, Boilermakers are old school for sure. So I don't know how many people actually drink those now. Which, if you ever go to Ireland, just as a piece of trivia or something you should know, don't ever actually go and ask for an Irish car bomb. They're not very fond of that over there. So one of the guys at work would actually did that one time, and he was not received well when he asked for it. He said, because it's the whole IRA type stuff. kind of feel a little sore spot over there. Yeah. But that all being said, I'll go ahead and turn it over to Eric here before we wrap up.
All right, guys, if you had too much to drink, please get a designated driver. You guys should know my swing by now, but if not, I'm going to say it one more time. Guys, please do not drive home drunk, because if you do, you're going to get pulled over by the cops. They're going to make you do the stupid-ass sobriety test, and you're going to get a free ride to jail. Then you're going to have court fees and then possible prison time. And then if you hit or kill somebody, you guys know you're going to be in the slammer for a while. And if you kill yourself, all you've done is hurt your family and friends and put yourself 6 feet under, okay? Just sleep off your buzz. You get your car the next day. You get an Uber, taxi, Lyft, have someone at the bar get you a ride. Just don't drive home drunk, because if you do, you're going to get in the slammer for a long time. If you kill yourself, you've done yourself no service, and you got thousands upon thousands of dollars of court fees and prison time. All right, just don't do it.
Yeah, so don't. Be safe out there. And thanks for everybody who came in tonight. And thanks for playing along with the little game there. And make sure you check out everybody else's channel. Check out Eric's channel. Of course, Eric, a Lions fan. I don't know if Eric, you put anything out there where they can check you out. Check out Bumpy. He does, like I said, beer reviews. He brews. He does a lot of good stuff on his channel. So all the guys in the chat, to the right, there'll be like 3 dots where you can kind of go to their channel. But Drunken One, He does a lot of brewing stuff and some other fun things as well. Craft Beer Zombies, who does really some cool stuff. His video work is freaking awesome. So if you get a chance, make sure you check out his channel and see what he's doing over there. And a lot of good people here. And thanks for everybody that partook tonight. And see what we'll do next week. I don't know what we'll do next week. I don't know because I don't know if Joe will be back or not. So where he's at, depending where his schedule. But Todd's, if you're in Tennessee all week, right? Pretty much.
Just till Sunday.
Oh, you're back. Okay, so Todd's back.
Yep,
All right.
I'll be back.
But Eric, you're in Tijuana all week.
Yeah, I'll be in Tijuana all week. Yes.
Okay, so careful down there. Don't get smuggled or anything. So
I'm staying in the hotel.
Safe travels, Eric.
Nobody stays in a hotel when it's Tijuana. You know you're going to go out. It's Tijuana.
Pina coladas, one for each hand, as Garth Brooks says.
Yeah.
You only live once.
You got to get out there and see the towns and have fun and just be careful. But thanks again for everybody that was here tonight, and look forward to catching you guys next time. Hopefully, I'll have these other updates coming out pretty soon, so you can check those out. And no, Gabriel says do one more hour to 4. We got to get up.
No.
We're not doing a marathon tonight, so
maybe one day, but today's not that day.
So everybody have a great Friday tomorrow, and it's gonna be I know Eric will be out and Todd will be out, but I may pop up a live stream, some other stuff this weekend. So
I'm gonna try to be on next Thursday, but it's I might be. I don't know if I will be or not.
Yeah. All right. But
I'll be here.
Cheers, guys, and look forward to catching you guys next time. Have a great Friday tomorrow. Keep drinking those good craft beers. Remember, there's always time. Get your beer on. Cheers.